Oh my gosh, Heretic! Heretic! Coming in with 5 gifted subs. Dude, I love you. I love you. That was so kind, so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you to, if you are, let's see, Kayla Games, Mackenzie Floor, Don't Drink the Emperor, Awkward Wife, Audie Games. Congratulations, you guys all got ad-free viewing and fun little emotes for you, thanks to Heretic Crown. If you don't know Heretic Crown, Heretic is an amazing individual who I never trust in any game ever. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my gosh, thank you, Heretic, for 10 more gifted subs. What is happening today? TV Steph, the Real Rascally Grandpa, Bryneth, Tracy Draws, Addie's, Sweet Tater, Maze Room, Apple Jackaroni, Scarlet Jack. All of you, congratulations. You guys just got tier 1 subs gifted to you courtesy of the amazing person who I can never trust, Heretic Crown. Thank you so much. Thank you for the level 4 hype train. Wow, we are starting a Lego build stream strong here. Everyone, throw some hype up in there for Heretic. Throw up your best hype emotes. We don't have one. I was realizing that today as I was going through and hyping up someone else's chat. Like, we need what the heck? Sorry, I just got an alert. It was supposed to be 3 inches of snow. Now it's 5 inches of snow predicted on Thursday. I'm a little nervous about all that, but yeah, throw some hype up in the chat as we write out this hype train. Woo! We're starting this stream off strong. We're starting it off strong. Heretic's like, hold my beer. let's get into this. Let's give out 15 gifted subs just to start out. We're 6 minutes in. We have more gifted subs than we have minutes on stream. Thank you, Heretic. Thank you. I've never seen snow in person. Okay, so I guess I'm moving to the down under. Cuz that sounds amazing. I don't like snow. It's wet. It's gross. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Thank you for the gifted subs. That will be going towards paying for the moving van for San Diego. So all that's what all the money raised right now is going towards, is the moving van. Once the moving van's paid for, then I don't know what we do next after that. But it's you know, in honor, I'm gonna do something real quick. We're gonna switch this. We're gonna give, see, all time. Let's see. Let's do that one. We're gonna put that in there. Got to make it a little bit smaller so it fits. I guess that works. That's right. Live edits to the stream happening in moment. But thank you so much, Heretic. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while because I've just been on different I've been on a different schedule for the last month or so. But how y'all doing? We are moving in June, July, May, sometime in there. I work until the end of May. But my wife is done at the beginning of May. Sometimes we are able to get some things lined up for us for the summer because we're both educators. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. Yeah. But yeah, we're moving in then. We're moving in either May, June, or July. We don't really know. I start I start school on August 20th, and I believe California schools start around that time too. So we need to be there before the start of the school year for our kiddos. So that is really all we know at this point. All we know is that, yeah, we're going to be moving, and we're going to be moving at that point. Hey, Casey, how's it going? Casey's amazing individual. Heretic's amazing. Both these guys are streamers, so let's give them the shout outs they deserve, because they are just amazing individuals. It's so much fun to watch their streams. Heretic plays a little bit more on the competitive gaming side, so I think he's played Marvel Rivals. I know he's played Overwatch, and basically those are the same game. So just one Marvel skins. And Casey is kind of like me. I know they're doing like a run of, I think it's Morrowind. It's one of the Elder Scroll games. I can't remember which one. But yeah, so they stream a variety as well, more in the at least from what I've seen, RPG style games. So that is just the fun part with all of that. But we just finished our hype train. Thank you, Heretic, for the 15 gifted subs. Way to start off this. I want to get myself a big Lego set to do alongside while watching these streams. So yeah, I'm actually, today we are going to finish the X Mansion. But I've had really a good time doing this. So I was talking with my wife, and we're trying to figure out, like, what can I build? This was kind of a speed run. So I wanted to get this done before I went back to school. I started right before I left for school, and it was really just, that was what it was I just wanted to build this one. It's so, because like I've been saying throughout the series, is that the X Mansion and the X-Men animated series meant a lot to me in my childhood. And so that's why when this came out, it was like the set I wanted. Same thing kind of with my Legend of Zelda one, the Deku Tree, like that. To me, there's a it's a 2-in-1 set, so you can build it one of two ways. And I'm really torn, because Breath of the Wild was such a big part of what got me into streaming, but Ocarina of Time was really what got me into, again, big part of my childhood, got me into loving video games. It was really the first N64 game I played, and made me really just love the Legend of Zelda series, because if you know anything about the games before that point, they weren't that, they were kind of hard and difficult to play. So that is just kind of the thing there. So yeah, so that is just really I've still torn on which one to build, but I do have a bunch of other Lego sets. I'm thinking about doing this kind of once a week. I feel like it's a good Saturday morning activity. And I need to get used to waking up on Saturday mornings. I've been, like tomorrow I have to get up at technically 5:30, but I'll probably sleep until 6, because I start back at work on tomorrow. No students, but I still have staff meetings that I have to go to all day. I think I get a couple hours in my classroom, but yeah. So that's why we wanted to finish the X-Men. I wanted to finish the X Mansion. That was my goal, was to do that over the break. But it was because it was so meaningful to me as a series. That being said, I want to do more Lego builds. I really enjoy the Lego building. It's really relaxing. And for those of you who have been here a while, or maybe haven't been here a while, streaming for me is about giving myself space and giving myself just kind of time. And so that's really the big thing of what it is I stream, you know, as a business, of course, but I also stream mostly so that I take time for myself. And that's one reason why I've streamed like every day since Thursday, is that, what the hell? Heretic. Oh my gosh, Heretic. I love you, bro. I love you. I don't trust you, but I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship. That is the most important thing. But thank you for the $100 tipped. I thank you. Just, I can't tell you how much that means. Ackward Wife and I have been really trying to figure out how to get the money we need to move, and that's a huge, your patronage today is a huge huge movement towards that. So thank you. I appreciate you. I'm trying not to cry right now. So thank you. Just thank you so much, Heretic. I on a separate note, I have nothing but respect for people in education systems, so more than happy to help. Wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate your kind words as well. You're hitting me deep in the heart. I don't know why I went slightly Irish there. Thank you so much. But yeah, there is plans for another Lego set to be started. I'm trying to be strategic with which ones I build, because as we found out when we moved here, some Lego sets are not designed for travel. We had the smaller Avengers Tower before we moved here. It was pretty much the Lego set that started the habit for my wife and I to build these bigger sets. And when we transported it here, my wife bubble wrapped it to no end. And it just completely fell apart. Now, granted, today my son just finished rebuilding it. So because it was all bubble wrapped in there, I was able to basically just slide it in a bag, which was really nice. The full Titanic Lego isn't good for moving. No, please. Yeah. And so that's why my wife she built the museum. She built the Home Alone house, and I've built the X Mansion because they're modular, but they're also solid builds. They're really just solid in themselves. And so, hello, welcome in, Striker. How's it going? Met Striker at TwitchCon. Really amazing individual. But yeah, so these are solid builds, so I feel really confident, though I'm really nervous about it on there. My wife does plan on building her typewriter and the Daily Bugle before we move. But again, they're very solid builds. So they're really, you can encapsulate them very easily. And I might get creative with some boxes this time, but I want to try and keep them there. That's going to be our biggest headache, is moving the Lego sets. But we are selling a lot of other stuff that we have. I've said that my computer, obviously my streaming setup is the most important thing to me. To my wife, it's her computer and, some smaller Lego sets and stuff like that. And a lot of the other stuff, we're okay, it's time to say goodbye. Because where we're moving is going to be a lot smaller, so we don't have as much space. I think like we have a long desk thing that we're probably gonna get rid of. That's in front of my streaming desk because we just put crap in it. That's all it's in there is crap. I mean, granted, we're gonna need some storage space. We're gonna need some things like that, but trying to get the storage that we need by selling the storage we have. That was kind of a mistake we made. Is we tried to keep all of our storage, and then it didn't really fit where we ended up, and so then we had it, and then it was expensive to move, and then that. So we're just trying to pare down to the bare necessities. Like I'm probably gonna sell my media cards because it's a great shelf and I love it and it's great for moving stuff, but it just sat in a corner while we were here. And again, we don't have as much room in our next place. There's no way around that. In San Diego, you cannot get as much room as we got. We have an extra bedroom in this apartment. So it's been a fun little task. And my wife and I are still finishing some of the stuff that we need to do before we can really tackle that journey. But, Heretic, your gifted subs and your $100 donation are going to go towards, getting those things that we need so we can get ready to go and move. Because that's honestly, we're both really excited about it. My wife's still trying to find a job out in San Diego, but it's only been a month. Like I keep trying to remind her is like, yes, everything's moving fast, but we still have a lot of time. Like this only really happened right after Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving break. They made me the offer on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then we were in December, and that's when it all kind of that. And I only paid my deposit like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so I have a lot of Lego sets. I'm definitely gonna try and make this a regular thing. It was really fun to do a Lego build, and watching other Lego streamers. It's been really fun. Did the second tip? What second tip? Heretic. It didn't come through on the messages. Am I gonna cry now? I'm gonna cry, aren't I? I don't know. I forget where I directed my tips to go through. I think it's through Stream Elements. I don't know. I have not gotten a notification of a second tip. Bro. I don't even know what it was. It could have been $1. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to get into my build because I need the camera off my face. That's what I need. Thank you. All right. So for those of you who are just joining us, we've been building the X Mansion. If you look over here on my shoulder, you'll see the two other parts. So this was built in 3 sections. So you had a plate for each section, and then they intertwine together. So we've built the middle section, and we've built the stage right section. I tried twice, but it doesn't seem to work for some reason. Yeah, it's probably flagging, thinking it was. Thank you. No matter what, just thank you. Just thank you, Heretic. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to get in here to just build Legos today. Thank you. But yeah, so we've built the as I call it, the stage right section, the camera right section. Or I guess that's camera right would be from the perspective of the camera. So that's technically camera left. But yeah, so we have those sections. We built the lower half of the stage left side of things. Well, we can sort it out somehow. I've got 300 for your moving costs. Heretic, you're an amazing individual. You're an amazing individual. I appreciate that. I love Awkward Wife is busting in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your, forget the money. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you. It's also 3 a.m., so I hope you're not making financial decisions you're going to regret later. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. The fun part is you and I are going to be able to collaborate more once I'm on the West Coast, because we'll be closer in time zones now. So thank you so much. Nah, I'm good. Wouldn't do it if I couldn't. Well, I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So we're on bag 21 at this point. So this is pretty much the upper section. It looks like we're building some separate piece. So we're using this smaller block. So I'm going to push this aside for now, but just so you could see what we've done up to this point. So now we're going to work on this bag 21. Let me pull it out of here. Reaching deep into something that I don't know what it is. Oh, hey, look, no way. Bag 21. Crazy. It's like the luck of the draw or something. Just kidding. If you're new to this stream, I pre-ordered them all. I pre-organized them all before my first stream. Little Awkward Wife hack. Smart idea. Makes it super easy. Ooh, we've got a lot of little bags here. Oh, got a lot of little fun things here. Looks like we're getting to build another character. Could be Cable. Could be, what's his face? Oh, the time traveling guy. The other time traveling guy, not Cable. I can't think of his name. It's hard to say. But we got some psionic powers again here. Yeah, it looks like it is the second guy. I can't think of his name though. All right, so psionic. I know he has psionic powers. I just can't remember. And he's a time traveling mutant because there's so many of them. All right. So we've got head, hair. Well, it looks pretty awesome actually. And then legs. All right. We got the basic person built. I'm going to check in and I'll be back. All right. Give Jackie my love. Actually, I'm pretty sure my kids are still watching Jackie, but they like her better than me. I'm pretty sure. I don't blame them. Jackie's pretty awesome. If you don't know Jackie K, DDV streamer. That's who I was watching ahead of this stream. Because she is basically my as we call it, our work wife, work husband. I look at her as more of my sister that I have chosen versus the sisters I have. But yeah, so Jackie is an amazing soul. If you ever need help with Disney Dreamlight Valley, she is your woman. Trust me there. She is so knowledgeable. On social media, she's been posting these kind of like tips of the day for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and there's just so many things. Like there's things that I just never knew about that game in general. It's kind of it's not a game I really play. When it first came out, I played it for a hot minute, and then that was about it. And I know my wife's put in quite a few hours in that game. My daughter loves the game, but it's Disney and princesses. What do you expect? Of course she's gonna love it. And yeah, so it's been a fun time. It's been good. So I've learned a lot of things from Disney Dreamlight Valley from her. She posts those. It's like 4 times a week. She posts those videos. And they're on all social media platforms. So whether you follow her or not, I recommend. She's a great chaotic streamer. Lots of fun to hang around with. We are going to start an ad break in about a minute. So if you are someone who did not get one of those many gifted subs and you'd like to avoid the ads, you can avoid them by hitting that subscribe button. If you are a Prime member, you can use your Prime sub to avoid the ads on Bezos's dollar. So, if you already pay for Prime and you don't subscribe to anyone, consider subscribing to this awkward fella. It's what makes the awkward family gathering so great. If I do say so myself. I can't find this piece. It's there. I know it's there. It's always there. Hello. There it is. Told you. It's there. Always there. And then we've got 3 gray pieces. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, it looks like 3 gray pieces. 2, 3. We've also got a katana here, but it doesn't look like it belongs to. Okay, and then this goes in like this, and then it attaches to the gun. Oh, there's supposed to be some topper piece. This piece with the flat end there. That is one crazy gun. All right, so this goes like that. See you guys in there. In which American state would you find both the Merrill Collection and the Burke Museum of Fine Arts? No idea what either of those are. My wife might know. She had to do a lot of art history with her MFA. Because directors and designers have very different skill sets. If you didn't know that. If you're someone who's not familiar with theater, being a designer and being a director are very different skill sets. I am a great designer. I am an okay director. I'll admit that straightforward. I'm an okay director. I tried it once. Oh, it's supposed to hook onto the back of his foot. Okay. Like so. There we go. Oh. Oh, so amid all that, you guys were hearing, if you're new to the Awkward Zone and you haven't been here during the winter, I don't like the winter. I don't like it being cold at all. And I really don't like snow. Like, even a little bit. Okay, I like it a little bit. I like to visit snow. That's how I want to put that. I like to visit snow. I do not like to be in snow. I do not like to live in snow. Because it's like rain in Arizona. No one knows how to drive. Like when I visited places, people do not know how to drive. Even in places where it snows all the time. I like snow as long as it goes away. Yeah, that's my thing. Is like, I'll go visit snow. Visiting snow is fantastic. But then it's apparently gonna snow on Thursday, and it was supposed to be originally 3 inches yesterday. Found that out after stream. Was not thrilled. Not gonna lie, was not thrilled. Then I set up my computer today as I'm starting stream. It's gonna snow 5 inches. It's gonna snow 5 inches. So I'm not happy about it. Let's just put it that way. I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna accept it for what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I'm not happy about it. My kids are ecstatic about it. Especially since it's either gonna go one of two ways here. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be snowing. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Another gifted sub. Thank you so much, Heretic, for the gifted sub. Chibi, enjoy your ad-free viewing. On behalf of Heretic, thank you, Heretic, for another gifted sub. That makes a total of 16 gifted subs from Heretic. Because Heretic is the GOAT. And apparently my sound effect that's supposed to play with this doesn't work right now. I have to figure out how to route it into... So for those of you who don't know, is Elgato, my wife and kids got me Elgato microphone and arm. And it's been such a huge... mods can't be out here watching ads. You're not wrong. In fact, I was realized yesterday, I was like, oh man, I need to give Chibi her monthly sub. Their monthly sub, because that's what I do. Is that's my thank you for being #1 mod. Is I gift them a sub for being here. But I realized yesterday that the sub they had expired, and it doesn't tell me. And so that's where I gotta keep better eye on that. But now, I guess this month's on Heretic. Thank you, Heretic. So yeah, so I don't even know, what was I talking about? I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? It'll come back to me. I don't even remember. Guess it wasn't important. The culturally rich state of Texas. See? How would I know that? But also, like, Texas has so much space. Anyways. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about. Someone will remember. Okay, so then this piece goes here. Wait, that doesn't seem right. Hold it. Hold it. Oh, shoot. I'm one off. I didn't catch that. It added a 1 plate brick next to it. And I missed that. So that means all these are off. I gotta fix all that. Anyway, so... I've been playing a lot of Lego Fortnite Odyssey. For those who don't know that, so Lego Fortnite has obviously Fortnite. It's part of Fortnite. Last thing I remember is talking about snow. Yep, that's the last thing I remember talking about too, but I thought I finished that thought. Maybe I didn't. So yeah, so anyways, I am... Oh, that's right. I remember now. So I was saying it's going to go one of two ways. The snow is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. City of Waco is going to do what they do. They're going to pre-treat everything, and it's going to be fine. The other side is it's going to be like 2021. Now, I wasn't here in 2021. I got to watch it from the warm state of Arizona. But it was basically this nationally known thing that the power grid failed. And the only thing that makes me nervous about that is that the electric company has actually come out and said that the power grid's not any better than it was in 2021. And so that's what's got me nervous. Because I don't handle the cold well. I have lots of warm things. Yeah, and that's my worry, is it's going to be basically this pandemic, what it was like during the pandemic across everywhere. But my wife and I don't have the space to be as prepared as that. We don't have a garage. We don't have, extra storage space. So we really can't prepare to that level of like making sure we have extra supplies and such. We have some, like we have a stockpile, but it's of things you don't necessarily need all the time. It's the things that my wife would buy in bulk when she coupons. Yeah, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd live in the Sonoran Desert the rest of my life. In that regard, because it's cold, but it's not freezing. That's just not realistic. Realistic with my career choices. It's not realistic with my spousal choices. Awkward wife does not like living in Arizona. And I understand. So growing up in Arizona, I never understood why she complained so much. She's like, my skin's always so dry and all this other stuff. I'm like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. And that's because I lived there my whole life. And I guess my body was just very acclimated to it all. So I never understood what she was talking about when she would make these complaints. And I just was like, okay, yeah, it's just different people, different comfort levels. And then we went back this last winter, and I was like, I understand exactly why she was complaining all this time, because I've deacclimated from the weather. I felt so dehydrated constantly. My skin was really dry. I finally understood what she was talking about after all those years, because I just didn't ever have to deal with it. So it made more sense. She felt vindicated when I told her that. Because she thought I was always making fun of her. And to a degree I was. But it's not that I wasn't. But yeah. So it made it all kind of click for me, at least. In that regard. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this piece that's in my hand. Anyways, so I was talking about Lego Fortnite. So Lego Fortnite, I think it was started in like May. It hasn't been around that long. April, May-ish. And when they launched it out, it felt kind of gimmicky. It was just, oh hey, it's Lego and you can build and it's lots of fun. And the updates they've been making to it, I think they had a bigger plan. This is what I'm seeing, because they're making such huge changes to it with every update. So the first update was the Star Wars update. And that introduced these like story-based quests. Now it wasn't the best, but it was definitely an improvement to just, hey, it's an open world. It was like kind of an open world build simulator-ish thing. when it started. And after that, then they added the Star Wars update, which was really awesome. Then they did the Lost Islands update, and that was again really awesome. It came out looking really cool, and they added new features like you could ride the dinosaur. And so it kind of started to, and it did more of what it used to do, which was the hey, you have this kind of open world quest. So it was like, okay, it was and so that's what it came down to, was all these little things. And then the Lego Odyssey update, it's now got a full-blown quest built into it. Now, granted, it's still in this style of like open world. So you don't have to necessarily do it, but it makes it so much more fun now. And they allowed you for more customization of weapons. And I feel like what I've noticed is, because I've been playing this consistently since it rolled out, I've noticed like some of the mechanics were kind of weird. I was like, okay, why are we doing it this way? And I feel like they asked those questions too. And I feel like they tried to roll it out very quickly. And then after they rolled it out, they were like, okay, how can we make this better? How can we do these things better? We've started the collab. Like, they started this collab, and then they were like, nope, we can do better. And granted, it's because it's Fortnite. It's still very like pay to get stuff. But it's gotten better. It's gotten better. It's still, I mean, there's still aspects where you like, oh, get this set. And being the fool that I am, because it's Lego and Fortnite, so it's very, very, you have to spend money. It's very much, you have to spend money. But it's not, there's still a lot in the game that's for free. And so what I started doing recently was, I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying this game. I'm playing lots of hours into it. Let's start doing custom builds using the stuff I already have. Because that's what I'm going to spend a lot of time doing, is working with what I've got. Last year, I did a lot of investing in myself in regards to streaming. This year, I'm trying to take what I got and make it better. Because I don't need to invest anymore. I think I've got everything I really need. There's a few minor things, but I really don't need them. They're wants at this point. And even some of the needs I have, because I did different upgrades as I went. Like my Stream Deck. I upgraded the Stream Deck Plus, and that was a good investment. But now I really don't need the Stream Deck. But I might keep it. I don't know. That's one of the ones I'm debating on whether I keep. Did I not? Where is this piece? Every time I think they didn't give me a piece, I end up finding it. But I think I actually don't have this piece. Because it's one of those green flat tiles. And I'm not seeing it. I'm going to try and assemble the rest of the wall and see if maybe it pops up. Sometimes it's just that there's too much on the board. And so it's hard to see the things. But yeah, so that is kind of the thing. Is that so? I've done now two custom house builds that we'll look at some point. And it's actually pretty cool how the mechanics work of it. It pretty much builds everything in the same sort of Lego sense, that everything's kind of comes together in a specific way, and that it's all rhythmic. They don't have 1x pieces though. They only have 2x pieces. So you have to get a little creative sometimes, and you have to be careful about not misstepping your builds. But I think I'm going to do a couple of those on stream at some point, just to be like, okay, this is some of the things that I found as I've been doing this. Because I think that would be fun. All right. Still not seeing that piece. It's a floor piece, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm curious because I'm going through my degree at the moment for teaching, and I want to know how long the degree is in America. We have to do a Lego Fortnite world together on stream sometime. So I'm actually I can make myself available for your schedule. So here's the thing is, and this PS comes in perfectly. I am creating a stream specific world. So we are starting from scratch. We are going to go through the entire quest line, the entire quest for each area. So we're going to start with the grasslands. We're going to build up in the grasslands. Now they've changed this. It used to be grasslands to Dry Valley to Frostlands to then Lost Isles. But they changed it now so you can explore all the terrains at any point. So, but we're going to do it. We're going to go through the old school way. And then because we'll also do the Star Wars quest line, and then we'll do the Lost Isles quest line, and then the Storm, the Odyssey part quest line. But how long it takes to degree? So normally with teaching in America, you have to do a bachelor's degree, and then in the final semester, you do a student teaching kind of internship. A lot of states have gone away from this model for two reasons. One, it's inequitable. So a lot of states have gotten rid of it because of the fact that a teacher has to not only get a full-time job, but also have a full-time internship, unpaid internship. Most districts won't pay a teacher to do student teaching. And the other side is there is an educator shortage. Actually, there's a pay shortage. So a lot of people are not bothering to get their degrees in education anymore because of these things. And so there have been what's called emergency certs in a lot of states, where teachers who don't have a teaching degree can earn their teaching certificate through a variety of things. Oh, well, wow, there you go. You guys are already ahead, but it's not a surprise. America's always behind in education. So that is the traditional pathway. I got my certification through alternative certification. So it's very popular in a lot of states because we have what's called career and technical education. Also STEM-based education fields have it as well. And what that is, alternative certification is, you have advanced skills in a particular field. So in my case, I had an advanced degree. So I had a bachelor's in theatrical design and professional setup. So I had to take some continuing education courses in teaching. And then they gave me a certificate in the state of Arizona. Once I had that certificate in the state of Arizona, I was able to transfer that certificate to the state of Texas. And in the state of Texas, they said you had to take a test. So every state gets to set their own rules too, is the other side of it. So even that's why I'm like keeping it very general, is that if you're in California, it's a different set of rules than if you're Arizona, and if you're in Texas, and if you're in Colorado, and all around the world, or all around the country, because they believe that education is what's known as a state right. So it's controlled by the states. It's one reason why The U.S. education system doesn't do as well compared to other countries because the U.S. education system is very diverse and you have a lot of different approaches to it. So I always laugh when people like compare it to like Norwegian or the other. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Welcome in. I always laugh when they compare it to other countries because other countries are a lot smaller, for one, and aren't controlled in 50 different ways. And so that's kind of the aspect of. Did I put that part in right? Yes, I did. Okay. And then that goes to this corner. I feel like that's wrong. I just gotta, sorry, I don't trust my brain right now. Nope, that's all right. It goes to this corner. So that's kind of the broken part of like comparing the US to other countries, especially when you consider like Texas is the size, is larger than most European countries. And they're one aspect. So it's kind of weird in that way. It is complicated and it's not complicated. It's similar to how in like Europe they have the EU agreement. So you can get certified in one. You can get certified in one country, but then you can get work visas in other countries. So that's how I try to get people to understand is like, you're asking about the U.S. education system, but really the U.S. education system is 50 different education systems. And they all operate differently. I don't agree. I don't agree necessarily that it should be that way, but I understand why it is that way. It's kind of like how we refrigerate eggs and milk, whereas a lot of other countries won't. Simply because the size of everything. It's like, I just dropped a piece. Here we go again. Find the Lego piece in the office. Oh, that was easy. Sounds like I had my own easy button. So that's where it's just kind of like it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. 26.6 million people in Australia with the same land mass as America. Yeah, it's the same. It's the exact same thing. So it's just really hard for U.S. education to. There you guys go. There's that window click for you. It's really hard to compare and contrast, right? Comparably, you can say China has as many people, like more people and stuff like that. So there are some that are comparable. I always kind of laugh when they try to compare it to like Finland. Finland is like the exemplar of education, and constantly like, oh, we need to adapt these Finland strategies. You can't. You just can't. You don't have the funding. You don't set up the funding the right way. Finland supports their education systems tenfold comparatively. And you don't have the same size. So you're dealing with a different level of education. On top of that, in America, they believe in privatized education. Finland doesn't. Everyone attends public school. And so once you start to study those things, and I got my degree in my first master's in educational administration and leadership. Just look at my state is 7 times bigger than Texas and has 1/6 the population. Well, there you go. There it is. But yeah, so I got my first master's degree in educational administration and leadership. And that was basically what it was for me to go and be a CTE director, career and technical education director. Because that was what I was thinking about doing with the rest of my career. And then I found that it was not going to happen, basically. You had to know someone. And you had to get the experience, but then no one wanted to give me the, chance, even though I was more than qualified. More than qualified. They would always take on opportunities from other people who they knew better. So that was when I kind of stopped shooting for that. I knew that was not going to be in the stars for me. Even though I know I would have been an amazing CT director because I know the system inside and out. In fact, I literally wrote a manual for a district on how to do CTE, in regards to like being compliant, because there's a lot of federal guidelines and stuff you have to follow. I wrote that for a district when I left because no one knew what to do, and they were about to have their compliance reviews. Oh, we've got... So this brings up a great thing is on Discord, I have started a new little channel in the Awkward Hero section of our Discord where you can share your Lego builds. So if you're someone who has that, and we had someone share the Minecraft build that they were doing. They did the crafting table. So if you have a Lego build that you've done, please feel free to share it in that channel. I love watching Lego builds. So if you want to if you just have a build you're really proud of, please put it up there. But if you have a video of you like building it, I love those. I watch those now regularly. So please feel free to do so. But Awkward Daughter is working on a Lego build right now. And we had a gift with purchase Nutcracker scene. And she wanted to share it with everyone on stream. So, and look, it even has a little mobile section to it. So Clara, if you don't know the Nutcracker story, dancing. And she was super proud of it. So she wanted to share it with everyone else on the internet. And that's about the extent that we let our kids share on the internet, is through either myself or Awkward Wife. Well, one of them isn't a state, it's a territory. Oh, I think Awkward Son may have finished one too. Oh, Awkward Son wanted to show the Avengers Tower. So this was the Avengers Tower I was talking about earlier that broke. Oop.
He's been building traps.
No, it's this window's coming off. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm gonna let him mess with that. So this is the one that broke. I can't get this in a full camera. There we go. I can just put it in the back camera. So you look on my smaller camera. This is the one that broke. He rebuilt it completely. It's missing a few pieces. It looks like it's missing more than a few pieces. I think he didn't realize there was other pieces he was missing. So we need to put in a request to Lego for a few pieces because he's missing a lot of support pieces, actually. There's one there. There's one there. There. So it's hanging on by a thread, but he put it together. Yeah, we pulled up it's a retired Lego set. So we pulled up the manual and he's like, I'm going to rebuild it, and has been rebuilding it for some time now. So that's the really cool part. So when I have to put an order for this missing olive flat slate. And when I do that, I'll probably put in those, I'll look and see what's missing, because he's missing a lot of little pieces. We knew he was missing one piece specifically. It was a support piece on the top of the tower. But yeah, so if you have Lego builds you want to share, if you have something, I have a bunch that I'm going to take pictures of and share with you guys. The Up House we have done. The museum is really cool. I'll even post up Awkward Wife's. She did 24 days. She did an advent calendar of the Home Alone house, which you can actually see. I think you can see it behind me. You can see parts of it behind me, up here, well above the X-Men mansion. So these are some of the things we've bought some of these a long time ago. So like the Home Alone house we bought last year, and then she built it like on her own time last year, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna release it for Christmas. I'm gonna do a Christmas series." I said, "Okay, go for it." And that's when she was starting content creation. She really enjoys it. She's been doing life of a grad school kind of stuff, and she's done a couple live streams. She likes live streaming, but she doesn't think she has the time. And she really doesn't. She has her whole thesis. She has to write her thesis the next couple months and then defend it. So she can get her Master of Fine Arts. And then she can be a professor. Okay, so we're sticking these in here. And then these little hook pieces go on top. Oh, the sword is just a display sword. Okay. I see now. I thought, someone was getting a sword. But apparently it's just a display sword. So there we go. Put the sword there. Looks like it just hooks in at the hilt. And the other one just kind of sits around it. Okay. So we got that in there. We also need to add this little bottle to the corner here. So it looks like we're doing some sort of trophy room. But unlike, it looks like, we're building this on top of that. So that's one thing I really like about this this set is that every floor is modular. The ones on the base pieces obviously have a little bit hard time, but the pieces on top of it, they come off in their own section. So you can actually see each section really nicely. Okay, so we are gonna push this aside for a minute. You guys can see it there in the corner. And we're gonna build a bed, apparently. All right, so we need a 2x1 and a 1x1. Oh, they gave me an extra sword. Yeah. Okay, on top of 1x1. Yeah, I'm not seeing this olive piece that I need for the floor. So definitely gotta write to Lego about that. They're really good about it. So we've had a couple Lego sets where they're missing like 1 or 2 pieces. Usually doesn't affect the building per se. Like this one. This one doesn't affect the building of it. It just affects the aesthetic. But it's only been like 1 or 2 pieces for a few of the Lego sets. So like I'm really impressed how they give you just only a couple extra pieces. They don't give you like a huge amount of extra pieces. Because, as a company, I'd be so worried if it was just constantly people weren't able to build sets because of it. But they do a really good job making sure you get all the pieces you need. And given that they mass produce these, it's not like, it's not like they just do a few of these. They mass produce these, and so that's kind of to me that's a little crazy that they can be so accurate so much of the time. But I also appreciate that they want to make sure that you get what you pay for. Like, you pay a lot for a Lego set. There's no denying that. But they make sure you have the pieces. I've read people who didn't put together Lego sets for years, and then they would find missing pieces and they would send it in, and it would be a well-retired set, but they just send the piece. And I think that's a really cool thing. Like, yeah, you're gonna pay for us, but you're also going to be guaranteed that you can build it, and it will be the pristine that you want. It's big and detailed. Yeah, so for those of you guys, oh, that's what I'm missing. It's like, why is the sound not playing? Because Mix It Up's not on. And I don't have my shared chat, so I could have someone. But if you're on the Clock app or YT, Chibi just said on the Purple app, my little cousin is building a Hogwarts castle from Harry Potter, and man, it's big and detailed. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are super detailed, huge amount of detail, and it's really hard not to spend the money on them. The one that my wife and I really want is the AT-AT, which is the basically the giant machine. Oh, there was another brown piece I added on top of the blue piece. And the Millennium Falcon. Both are Star Wars. Thank you, Heretic, for stepping on by. There we go. There, I was like, "Where's your?" I didn't know. There's your shout out that I normally have for you. It's because I didn't have Mix It Up on. I thought I left it open from last night because I left my computer on so that I could just come in and stream today. But apparently I closed Mix It Up. So there you go. Last message before there. Last messages before Heretic leaves. Take care, Heretic. Get some rest. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. And I will talk to you soon. Definitely play some Lego Fortnite Odyssey together. I look forward to it. Okay, then we've got the bed. Now we need a headboard. So for the headboard, it looks like we're going to... Wait, is that right? Put in this... It says off to the side, but then it shows it on the center. And looking at it, the center makes sense. Maybe it's just a misdrawing. So we put that there. Looks like we might be building a second bed too. But it's going to be... Then flip. And then add two little pieces here. And here. And then clip it into the back. And there you go. Tiny little bed. I think we're going to make a blue bed too. Maybe this is Scott and Jean's bedroom. I do have some stickers that have a picture of them, so that would make sense that it's their room. So this one's supposed to... Oh, whoops. This went in the wrong spot. It's supposed to go up there. Right? No, it's supposed to go down there. It's just supposed to sit in there? No connection? Oh, no, there's connections. I just didn't see them. It's the black. It's the black pieces we set down on the floor. There we go. And then I think we'll have another bed. Yeah, we're making a blue bed this time. So that's good. But yeah, so it's a good time. It's a good time. So yeah, I'm kind of glad we're gonna finish this. Not gonna lie, I was thinking it wasn't gonna get done before I went back to work. And it's not that it had to get done before I went back to work. It was just kind of like I'd like to have this kind of something to remind me of just the work that I do. It's during the school year, it's really, I always want to prioritize my non-job, if you will. But the reality is that, especially with how education works and how teaching works, and there's just a lot of things, especially in fourth quarter, that just take my time away and have taken my time away. And that's why lately I made the decision to kind of leave K-12 education, because not only is it's detracting from the things that I love, it's detracting from the things that I studied, the things that I did. And I'm very fortunate. I found something that I found a way for me to still use my degree in theatrical design, but also it's my own thing, kind of thing. And yeah. So, but it's time that I really prioritize what matters, which is my kids and my time with my family. Ads are going to be starting in about 15 seconds. So if you are not someone who got one of the 16 gifted subs from Heretic or are a sub already, consider using your Prime sub to avoid the ads that are going to be starting in 3, 2, 1. See you in 3. I know the ads suck. Don't get me wrong here, guys. I know they do, but it's kind of this necessary evil. I do receive pennies for every ad shown. I mean literal pennies. I think every stream I get like 3-4 cents. But it does make a difference, especially in the longer streams. During my subathon that I did in September, I think I made like a whole $1 just in ad revenue. So it does add up when you do longer streams. There is a plan for another subathon. Again, I've told you guys that I'm getting ready to move and that's expensive, right? But in addition to that, it is my 2nd year of streaming anniversary at the end of the month. And so I was like, okay, I can do some craziness. So we're going to have a lot of the similar goals that we had for our last one, because you guys seem to like those. Yes, there will be a live shaving session on stream. That's why I trimmed the beard recently, was so that it could be the proper length for the end of the month. But we're going to add in a few new things. We're going to add in a few different things. So there's our room thus far. We still have a few more pieces. It looks like we're going to add in the archway that we have for every other section. But yeah, so that is kind of that's in the works. There's gonna be an announcement out soon. I haven't put it out there yet because I'm still working on a few graphics. And I have to make sure that calendars are good, because my wife starts her thesis this month too. So, logistics of life. All right, that looks like we're done with that. And we get an extra little sword. So we have these little extra pieces. We were missing a piece. I could fill it in with something else, because I do have other 3x1s. But I'll just put in that to Lego. They'll hook me up. I know they will. All right, number 22. In fact, I wonder, does anyone know? Does Lego have a... Maybe we can shout out Lego. Lego Oh, Lego does have... I don't know. I don't know if this is the actual Lego. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is the actual Lego. So if you didn't know, Lego does have a Twitch. I didn't know this, but I'm following now. Lego does have a Twitch. So we're going to shout out Lego because yeah, they are an amazing company. Again, one of my like lofty goals is to get to work with Lego on something. I think that would be really cool. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's one of my 2025 high-reaching goals. Some of my lower goals is since we're on the topic, if you want to talk about hey Kat, welcome in. If you want to talk about some of maybe the goals you've set for yourself, feel free to do so. What we've been talking about, obviously it's a new year, so everyone talks about what are the new goals. And I don't believe in starting goals necessarily on the new year. I believe starting goals whenever the time is appropriate. So, you know, I started some of those goals in August last year, or yeah, 2024. Get back to stream. But yeah, so I've started some of those goals, like my goal to get into graduate school this year. That started in there. I am just saying hi. I appreciate it, Kat. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I don't necessarily start year goals at the new year, but I have been looking at goals specifically as a streamer for the new year. Because that's when this is where all my collaborators are also talking about it. And so that's, you know, because I collaborate with them, I want to talk to them. I want to talk to them about it. So I have to think about my own goals in order to have those conversations. So one of my big goals this year is to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. That's been a big thing on YT, because for me that is likely going to be the realm I go to. Like so I plan on there's no me getting rid of live streaming here. So I want you guys to I want everyone to understand that right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not going to be able to live stream. So let's deal with that first. Make sure everyone hears that. I plan on live streaming through graduate school and all that fun stuff. But I think what's going to have to happen is I'm not going to be able to live stream as much. Just knowing what I had to do in my undergrad for graduate school, or undergrad for my undergraduate. I know that shows take a lot of time, and it looks like it's always at night. Everyone thinks, oh, theatrical designers just really work at night. But the reality is we work during the day, and then we're there to monitor the designs at night. And so, and it's a little bit different because I'll be a graduate student instead of an undergrad. So the undergrads do a lot of the learning, and then obviously I'm there to kind of more supervise. You know, I'm there to manage. I'm there to be an expert, not be a grunt, if that makes sense. So, and that's how it works. That's how I learned so much in my undergrad, was because of the fact that in my undergrad we had to do everything for the graduate students. And every university is different, so maybe SDSU does it differently than ASU. That's always a possibility as well. But there's the picture was added to the bed, comic book sticker was added there, so you guys can see it. That was it's there. It's going to be likely different, but it's also going to be very similar. From what I've seen, from what I've understood from my visit, is your graduate work is obviously I'm learning and doing things related to theater professionally, but also working in that higher level end of things. And so that's what's so exciting about it. Was it's familiar. It's a familiar structure, but I don't know what is likely to happen with my schedule. Because it won't be late night streams anymore, or it won't be night streams as much anymore. Because a lot of theater work happens at night. And my goal, my vision for this is that not only am I working obviously with the university, but I'm also working with local professionals and stuff like that, to start networking, to start building those connections. And so even when I'm not necessarily doing schoolwork, I'm still working professionally in the San Diego area. So that means I won't be around at nights as much. And when I am, I might be wanting to spend that with my kids. So that's the other side of it. So it's going to look different, but that's why I'm pushing more for YouTube. Because the more I can monetize, the more I can monetize my platforms, the more likely I am to not have to do any other job. And that's the other side of it, is that still got to pay the bills. You know, we all got to pay the bills. We all do. We all know it. We all live that reality. Got to pay the bills. And so, by pushing to YouTube as a platform for money, that makes it more likely that I can still pay bills, still do this, still achieve my goals, you know, and not have to sacrifice much else. That is the why that goal is there, is that monetizing YouTube allows me to do more with the things that are good for me. And that's the thing. Streaming has been good for me. Working on stuff like playing games, collaborating with the people I've met here, have all been really good for me. Me personally. I'm in a much better place than I was not that long ago. And understanding how I do that, meeting people like Heretic and Padbay and Geek Supreme and Jackie K and GC and so many other wonderful people, May, meeting all these people and seeing them able to transform it. Now, granted, of all those people I've listed, only a few are parents. And only a few have significant others. But that's the beauty of it, is that because we all have different backgrounds, because we all have different things, we all have different stories, and then that makes it even more like I want to help them, they want to help me, because we all see that that's what's needed in the world. You know, We need to help each other. We need to be there for each other. And so streaming will never go away for me at this point because of that. Because don't get me wrong, I'm fortunate. I have, such a supportive wife and supportive kids, that I could quit streaming tomorrow and still feel all the love that many don't have. But having this platform, these moments, I want to make sure I'm doing this one right. Yeah, I thought I was doing it backwards. I don't know. Sometimes I get thrown off by the pictures drawn. Has been grateful. Getting to connect with my students on a level that they appreciate. That they understand that, hey, I don't want to be a filmmaker. I want to work in a platform that's more independent. That's more, for me and on my own hours, and helping them realize that it's possible. Nope, shoot, I flipped it up again. How did I do that? No, wait, that's right. That's right. I'm grateful for everything that has come from this, and I will not discontinue that. In fact, the graduate school had told me that they were actually really impressed at how I was applying lighting design to streaming, to the future of entertainment, because that's what it is. This is the future of entertainment. And that's, had I not gotten the experiences I did at ASU, had I not gotten the experiences I did in education, I would never have even probably tackled this. Because if you've ever looked at OBS, if you've ever looked at streaming as a whole, it's a very cumbersome stuff. This needs to go like this. You would think, having built so many of these little corners, I would have this down by now. But I always second guess it. And then because I've had to learn it, I've grown more understanding because I've shown others how to do it. Which then makes it easier to help people. So when people struggle, like Abzu and I had to sit down one day because they were struggling to get alerts to work right. Well, I only know that because Padme had sat down with me and set up alerts. And granted, we were using a different program than what Padme had helped me set up, but it's all those kind of things. It's like we're investing in each other so that we can invest in the next person, so that we can do that. And I feel like that's something that's missing in a lot of our society now, is that we don't invest in each other. So many people just think about themselves, and it really makes me sad. But streaming for me has led to that opportunity of getting to invest in people who are well aware for me. I just said this to Heretic. I feel so blessed to know y'all. Exactly. Like, it's really just, it's the thing is that would I have ever met Jackie had it not been for this platform, had it not been for this? No. But Jackie and I, and we've said this over and over, and we'll say it over and over again, is that, she is literally the best friend I could have. In so many different ways, and she's like a sister to me, and she doesn't know it, but it was a sister when I needed one. And so it's this platform that I'm grateful for, whether it's the platform you're on is TikTok or YT or Purple App. I'm so grateful for it because it was a time when I needed I needed someone, and there she was on a stream, thinking I was a horrible streamer, but seeing potential. Lurking, but I have to agree, I'm not always able to be present, but connecting with y'all and supporting and feeling support from y'all has been huge. Yes. Thank you for popping in there, Allie, because Allie is definitely another one of those amazing people that, you know, she starts so late. I really get to pop in, especially during the school year. But I have sometimes just gone to work sleepy, because it's amazing watching them. And you know, I think that's a sentiment that the community, not just the community of Awkward Hero, the Awkward Family Gatherings, you know, but you know, the farm, the spooky, I'm blanking on Ali Reggie's, Heretics community, like all of these communities together, like we're a bunch of small communities. We're a bunch of small communities that just kind of melded together in a great way. And it's not like we all stream the same thing. We're all very different types of streamers. Streamer H ape together strong. I know you meant H, but streamer aim together strong. And I'm just so grateful, because I would not have met these people otherwise. We're not in the same, like, we're not in similar industries. We're not, we have all different backgrounds. But I've learned, because of all of our different backgrounds, that's where it's like, if I need help with, streamer incentives, I go to Jackie. If I need help with technology, I go to Padbay. If I need help with how to be a goofy goober, I go to Allie. You know, like, and if I want to be a jerk, I go to Heretic. Just kidding, Heretic. If I want to pretend to teach someone how to play a game and then murder them, because that's what happened several times, and I kept trusting him. You know, that's where all the professional goofy goober. Yep, it's on my business card. Yeah. What's this? Oh, you're wonderful. Love you. Wife in with the water. Recovering from surgery. Not really anymore. I mean, she is. Absolutely is. But another one of these corners. This should be our last corner. That's the good news. These corners throw me off every time. But I've learned a little bit from every one of them, from their different things, and I've said, okay, how does this fit into the Awkward life? And that's what's fun about being Awkward, is that it all fits in there somewhere. You know, the stickers on the bookshelf that I always forget to put on. All the pieces fit there somewhere. But it fits differently, and it looks different for every single one of us. And that's what's kind of cool about it, is that we can borrow from each other, we can support each other, we can collaborate with each other, and we can still be ourselves. And so, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what kind of this 2-year streaming celebration is going to be more about, is just celebrating the friendships I've made over the last 2 years. It was a really slow start, but again, I wouldn't trade any of it for anything ever. Apparently I was supposed to put a piece here, and I didn't see that. I don't think I put that piece away. I was supposed to have a picture up? What? When? Oh, okay. I missed a step. I hate when they do this. They have you, okay, do this specific spot, but then also do this way over here, and you're going to just forget about it. All right, so I just missed that one step. So we're going to grab Lego. My brain don't work like that. I'm very much stick with step one, do this thing, then go to step two, then go to... And that's what I found. Sometimes Lego is just not built that way. Where'd my other sticker? Oh, there it is. It fell in the box. Last sticker... Oh, no, I have 2 stickers left on this page. This is a calendar with Logan at the beach. For those who can't see the image. Yep, that one I will. That's good. So that's just kind of the beauty of it, is that I would not have met any of these people. We live in all parts of the world. And we do all sorts of different things. And I'm so grateful for every single one of them. Oh, whoops. This is supposed to go one up. I forgot to. There we go. Where is... There we go. Get in there. There we go. So that's the beauty. The beauty of streaming. So I will never leave to go back to my original point of my thesis there. It will never leave the work I'm doing is I will always involve streaming. But that might look a little different while I'm in grad school. Okay, this is supposed to go on the front. Yeah, I'm foregoing the effective technique. Especially with the larger stickers, I tend to get it a lot off compared to that. The smaller stickers, definitely putting that on the connector, it's a lot easier. I'm more just being a little lazy today. And then we're supposed to add, looks like a broken table. Screw TikTok. They tried to say I use copyright audio again. When I didn't, I use a service that I'm allowed. I appealed it and they fixed it 2 seconds. Like, get out of here with that. Oh, Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch doesn't seem to like you sometimes. I don't know what that's up with, because you get, like, we'll have sometimes Jackie and I will stream together, and we'll use the same audio. Like, we'll be using like the game audio. We won't really even have our own music or anything, and then her stream will get flagged and mine won't. It's really weird. I just attribute it to the fact that Jackie's becoming a big deal, and so they're wanting to pick on her more. Yeah, like I use Pretzel Rocks, and it says in the contract they've been used across all platforms. Yeah, that's weird then. I use Chill Hop, so I've never had issues. And in recent years, I feel like they've gotten really good. Like this playlist that we're listening to, and the last one, the Christmas one, they both just had a vibe. In fact, I would play the Christmas one in my classroom, because it was such a mood. Like, it was just like, it's holiday, but it's not like, there was only one song that had really lyrics. And that's what I tend to notice is my students, if it's a song with lyrics, they get super distracted. So I try to do lo-fi or instrumental only. One year when Awkward Daughter was born, I had found that they had these like music box versions of songs. And if you don't know what a music box, it's that like twinkly sound. but they were like rock songs and just typical songs. And I was really adamant for very long, and still kind of am, of not showing or not listening to like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or anything like that. But music for a baby is super important. It helps them like grow immensely in those early years. So I would play like the music version, the twinkly version of Journey, and all these. I just found all these different ones, and it was so great because it was like a good compromise. And just did the same thing for my son. And my kids grew to love the Beatles and, you know, just all these other artists, these like modern. I say that, and the Beatles, you know, I guess they released an album recently, so that counts, right? But yeah, because I didn't want to listen to Coco Melon. I didn't want to listen to all that. They found it eventually, like, because they went to daycare, and daycare would play it. But I feel like those kind of things, I think more parents need to take advantage of, because then it's not like, oh, I hate the world. Uh-oh. Wait, was I supposed to put... Oh, I wasn't supposed to put this one on this piece. Oopsies. I wasn't paying attention. I'm supposed to put it on this. Okay. And then it's supposed to be rotating piece up like that. Great. Then we put this long piece on top. Oh, it looks like a drawer. Looks like a drawer coming out. I think that's what it's intended to be. Our computer desk? Lab desk. It's hard to say. I'm seeing it come together. I'm just not entirely sure what I'm seeing come together. Okay, and then we've got this piece on top of it, and then we're gonna build, or we're gonna take this little round square piece and put it, it looks like a little mouse. Oh, I see it. I see it. See, it looks like a mouse. Like, these micro builds are so clever. Okay, now we need to build a microscope. That's a frog. So we need this little piece, and then we're gonna take this little handle piece and put it up top. Looks like the top of a coffee pot, the old style coffee pots. A little phospoluminescent green piece. Some people call that yellow, so that's why I always specify. And then it looks like this little black piece with this little black piece with this microscope looking thing. And it's supposed to go like this, based on what I'm seeing. And then I guess it goes through the middle. I don't see how it attaches. It's hard to see on this picture. Oh, no, wait. No, this goes through the middle, maybe. No. It says it goes on this back piece. And it fit there. This one's a little, I know it's hard for you guys to see. But that's not right. I see what the drawing says. So there is a good resource if you've never done a Lego build. There is a really great resource. So in addition to downloading the manual, so if you don't know, I downloaded this manual. Let me make sure I'm using all the pieces. I downloaded the manual so that it was on my computer. So that's one thing you can do. They give you the manual, you can download the manual. But another thing that a lot of people don't know that they can do is they can... Oops. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That you can do is you can actually go to Lego's website and you can pull up a 3-dimensional version of the build. So I can tell it like what step I'm on, and I can look at it in 3 dimensions, which is sometimes good because like this, because they do so many good things to help you see it, sometimes it makes it really hard to read it. So you can pull up the manual and then you can look up what it is. So this is X-Men Mansion. Oh, it's advertising the Tudor house that my wife really wants. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Let's go to our live scene. And then we're gonna capture, you guys can see. We're going to capture that's weird. Why is it not seeing Firefox? It sees Mix It Up, it sees Spotify, it sees Lumia Stream. Okay. Let's just full screen this and see what happens. Specific window. Maybe that's what it was. I just couldn't see it because it wasn't full screen. Now it's even seeing Camera Hub, but it's not seeing. That's so weird. Okay. Not gonna work. It's like not seeing this window. That's so weird. Okay, let me just add a new window. We're going to display capture, secondary monitor. This is this one. There you go. There you guys can see it now. So this is the Lego set. If you guys hadn't seen it, sorry, spoilers. But then you can go through the advertisement pieces. And I think it's under, I have to remember where it's under. But you can download the manuals, which is really nice. That's what building instructions. Okay, and you click on here. Building instructions, and then you can go to Lego Builder. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't use it. Was you have to use a phone. You have to use their QR code. So it's on my phone then. So that's what I can do. So that's just one aspect. If you're ever doing a Lego build and you can't figure out a piece like I can't right now. Lego Builder. There it is. I already had it on there. And you can go to the specific set. So I can go build book 3. I can go over. This is step 164. What page is this? 109. Because it has every page in here. And this is actually what made me realize that I could download the PDF. Oh, I think I went too far. Yep, 109. Okay, 109. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is supposed to go through like the middle. But I don't know how. I don't see how. Is there a piece that I'm not seeing here? Maybe I have the wrong piece. Is there a little... Oh, wait. Wait a second. Oh, these are the same piece. There was another piece that looked exactly the same, but it's just an extra one they sent. We are not seeing you build. Yeah, I know. So yeah, that's a little hack for you for Lego building. I wasn't actually building. I was still looking at that same piece that I can't seem to get to fit. So I think... Am I going to do a mod to this? Yes, I am, because I have a piece that I know will work. And that's the thing, is that this piece that they said is supposed to go in there, I'm not seeing how it goes. But this piece... Nope, this piece doesn't fit either. Maybe on the other set. No, it doesn't. I thought that would fit better. But clearly it does not. What are you thinking here, Lego? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see if I can... I don't have the three-dimensional model up. I was still looking at the manual, but I zoomed in. Okay, continue building. So you guys can see right here, it's pulling up. It's a little hard to see because light. If I turn down the brightness on my screen, you guys can see it better. So there you go. So there's it's the physical model. You can move it, you can manipulate it all you want. So we have built all that. We built the bed. We'll hop into this. So it says we're in bag 22. Yeah, I know. All right. Then we go next. We did the corner. We added the sticker. I'll show you guys once I get to the piece that we're on. Okay. So I can... Oh, it's still hard. I think it blew it out because it knows I have an astigmatism. So there you go. You can move, you can manipulate it so you can see exactly what they're thinking with the build. And I think this is so much better. And I could actually project it onto my stream. I just didn't want to figure out how for this build. Okay, so we've got the... Oh, here we go. Here's the part we're on. Add that piece. We did that. Okay, now I need to turn up the brightness so I can see it. Yeah, it just says it clips in. So it does specify that there is... Oh, okay. I kind of see it. Where is that piece? Oh, there we go. Okay. So there was a little divot. So if you look, and this made it easier to see. There's two sides to it. One side has a divot. Come on. And one side does not. So if you look there, you can kind of see that one side of it doesn't have that. So it's really hard to... That was really hard to see. Not gonna lie. But there you go. There's a little strategy for you. Is they have an app you can add to kind of look and see what it is they're trying to do. And look, fits like a glove. Looks like a little microscope. Ads will be starting in a little bit, guys. So if you are someone who does not want to sit through those ads, or if you're on TikTok and you would like to just share some love since you don't have ads, feel free to just tap that screen. The likes are always appreciated. But there we go. We have our science desk now. I think we're probably going to add a little more to it. We'll see in a second. Oh, yep. We still have more to add to it. So we have the blue head looking thing that we're going to make into something else again. There are the ads. Thank you guys for sticking around for those who are in the ads. If you're on TikTok and you can spam that, hit those heart buttons, that would be greatly appreciated, because that is how, at least as far as I can tell, the algorithm determines if you're worth watching. So hitting those like buttons are always a helpful thing. Okay, so we've got that. And look, we added a little jar, and we added... Actually, it looks like 2 little jars. That blue one is a Lego head, which is kind of cool. Again, it's... I think they've, upped their game a little bit when it comes to... level of detail. I remember my first Lego build, which was a ship. My first big kit was a ship, and it had some pretty cool mechanics, don't get me wrong. That was just right when Technic started becoming big. And I think Technic really changed the game here. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we added a little computer screen there. And then this is going to go right here in this little blank spot that we had. But the microscope's getting in the way, so we're going to tilt that a little bit. Oh, I see why it's getting in the way. It's not sitting right. Just one sec. I think I put it in upside down. Just go figure. I figure out how to get this attached, and now it's... I put it in upside down. I put the big part at the bottom. I'm supposed to be at the top. There we go. There we go. It's fitting well. And it fits perfectly. I just had it backwards. Flipped it around. Hi, my internet quit and shut down my stream. Good experiences. Yeah, that's called streaming. It's happened to me. It's happened to everyone. Good times. It always is fun when that happens. Technology breaks. That's actually what I teach my students. Because they always come to me and be like, Mr. Stahl, my computer deleted my entire project. And I say the first rule of technology is that it will fail. Technology will always fail on you. And so that's what you need to realize, is that this is normal. It's a normal headache. Every streamer I know has had that. A good streamer I know, May. They're...
I love you.
Thanks, Jackie. Love you so much. I do consider subscribing to my husband's brother. Trying to do the text to speech. I see. I don't think it worked though, for whatever reason. Instead, it played Awkward Wife's song. I don't know. The text to speech hasn't been working. But thank you. I will read it for you. If you love Awkward as much as I do, consider subscribing to my husband brother. 100 cheer. Or cheer 100. But yeah, so thank you, Jackie, for the 100 bits. I think that actually puts you now on the leaderboard. But yeah, so thank you for your generosity. Okay, so the cup goes in the little slot piece that we added earlier. There we go. So, oh, it's supposed to look like we spilled coffee. That's fun. So you guys can see. I don't know what's with this camera. It is super grainy and unfocused today. I tried to fix it yesterday before stream, and it just keeps doing this. As it keeps putting it out of focus. But then I try to move it into focus, and then it doesn't get any better. Okay, let's see if that helps. See if that helps a little. Not really. I think this was my old stream camera that I'm just using for this. For the next Lego build, I might have to just use my phone. Because it's really not a great camera. It's good for what I want it for now, which is behind the scenes. I'm setting up. Finish the Minecraft, and now I'm going to move on to the Nightmare Before Christmas set. Yay! Kat, I want to see the progress. I want you to, wherever you're at with it, just share with the progress as you go. Because I love watching the pieces come together. I'm not going to lie. That's so much fun, though. I'm glad you got it fixed. I know you shared it up on Discord, which for those of you who don't know, we do have a spot where if you want to share your Lego builds on Discord, I have a spot in the Awkward Hero area where we share our Lego builds. And so I'd love to see what you guys are doing. Like I was saying at the beginning of stream, in middle of tears because of Heretic's generosity and amazingness, we are going to be doing more Lego builds, but we're going to be doing them over slower periods of time. So this one was, I wanted to get it done because this particular show meant a lot to my childhood. X-Men was something that me and my dad would watch. I've been talking about that throughout this whole entire stream. We would watch it together, and we didn't get to spend a lot of time. My dad worked a lot. He usually worked what's called the graveyard shift. So, late nights. And then he would either be sleeping, usually during the day. And so I get to see him a little bit during the middle of the day, but once I started school, that was a lot less frequent. As I got older, he did get out of the graveyard shift, and we did spend more time together, but it was that. But yay, jail dads. Yeah. Graveyard shift. If you don't know, if you're not someone who grew up with a parent in the, correctional facility, you don't know like the half of it. Their schedules are all over the place, and doesn't mean like Don't get me wrong, my dad was definitely not an absentee dad. He was there my entire life, and I'm very grateful. Still to this day, he's still working. In the system. I think he has 5 more years and he can get his second retirement. And that's what he keeps saying. Is that, oh, after my second retirement, I'm done. But then he's like, oh, I'm going to start a locksmith business, which he absolutely could do. Yeah, yeah. So if you've never had a parent in that situation, then you just don't know. I mean, there's a lot of other jobs that have graveyard shifts too. So don't get me wrong. It's not just that. Jackie K and I can bond over the fact that both our dads were correctional officers growing up. So that's something that Jackie and I have bonded over in the past. But yeah, and then it sounds like Cat's in that same piece. Not as in went to jail, like worked. Yeah. That's an important aspect. So that's a joke my dad used to say all the time, though, is I've been to prison and I'm not afraid to go back. Turns out I lied, and after GC ended up with just watching some dude play CS2. Well, hey, you know what? I'm not one to judge for lack of sleeping habits. So recently I've been taking some medicine to help me sleep better. We're not going to talk about what kind of medicine that is, but basically a sleeping aid. And it has made a huge difference in how I sleep. But while my wife was getting her surgery done, or while she was recovering through surgery, I wanted to make sure that I was very not like I could be waking up easily. Because once I can get to sleep, I'm out. But getting to sleep is always the problem. So I've been up. I've watched entire streams and then watched more streams because I'll lay there for hours and not fall asleep. It's not because I don't want to, just because I can't. Like I have laid in my bed till 3 a.m. in the morning with no watching, no doing anything. So instead of doing that, I've learned to just embrace it. So there'll be a point where I just say, okay, I'll watch until like midnight and then I'll go to sleep. If I don't fall asleep, I'll start doing work or something. I try to make the time productive, which is only making it worse. It's not making it better. But I figure if I'm going to lay here, I might as well get something done. kind of mentality. So yeah, so I've been taking a sleeping aid recently. Laughs in 5 a.m. And it has made the world difference. But recently when my wife got her surgery, I didn't take the sleeping aid, and so that I could be lucid if she needed help. And so it was just funny because I didn't really notice. I thought, oh, it's all in my head. And I ended up staying until 4 a.m., 5 a.m. on that next day because it's just something I have to accept. All right, so we're adding in now the second floor. That's there. It looks like we have a few little added pieces. It looks like we're building like a little, oops, cannon down. Looks like we've got a little like added little Easter egg there, but we can enjoy that for a hot minute. Oh, let's move you over here with all the other figures. Because all the figures go in and you attach them into a battle scene. So that's why they have all these weird connector pieces and stuff. Okay, so this crate's going to get... Oh, I feel like now the shot's really blown out. I think I accidentally set the exposure back up. Because this particular camera is not good with the black background. Keeping the exposure brightness rate. That's better. Apply. See, tech issues happen all the time. It's learning how to deal with them. That's really the key to it. Was someone who said, why do you talk about your tech issues all the time? I said, because I want to normalize it. I want people to understand, like, it's part of the process. We all struggle with it. We all have the issues. Like, don't get discouraged because of the tech issues. But it just detracts from your content. And like, you're right, it does. But it also helps people understand that this is part of the process. And you don't see that in a finalized video from me. Like, if I record a video, I'll record 20, 30 takes. But I think it's really important. A lot of people, like, I have a lot of streamers who say, in fact, I had tech issues this morning and yet we had a banger stream. Right. It's not a bad thing to talk about the problems. It's not a bad thing. I think a lot of new streamers, and I'm saying this from experience because I felt the same way, feel like, oh, I'm having tech issues. I can't do this. And it's like, no, we all have tech issues. That's why you need to do this. We got some money in there. They gave us 2 pieces of money, so I'm gonna put them both in there. We need to put the hat in there, and we need to put one of the swords in there. I like this little bounty. You can't really see all that in there, but there's some coins in there, and I think that's this thing is like, you're going to experience tech issues. I can guarantee it every single time. This is what I teach students. Jokes on me, I can't have tech issues because I barely set anything up. You can still have tech issues. I've had times where my Xbox isn't working right. Well, sometimes you got to fix it on stream, because if you don't, then you'll obsess all stream about it. Right. But it's just like, it's okay to take that moment to say, hey, yeah, this isn't going to work. And like, but it was also a learning opportunity. Like, when I couldn't see how it was attaching, I taught you guys how it attaches. I taught how you can use Lego's resources. Like, those are things that it's a learning opportunity at all. And at the end of the day, a streamer is an educator. Like, that might be a controversial take, but a streamer is an educator. You're there to entertain and educate, in all honesty. So, okay, so this is supposed to go just on, like, it doesn't hook in anywhere. It just goes in. Oh no, okay. I see him now. Okay, so that hooks in there, so you guys can see it. Little trash can. I still haven't set up sounds for my alerts. And I did, and it doesn't work half the time. So, like, again, we all have those things. Like, it doesn't have to be a setup. All right, so we've got the second floor now. 23 and 24 are going to be the roof. And then we're going to place in all the pieces, and it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. All right, so we got to take all these extra pieces. We're going to put them in the back. A little extra Statue of Liberty. But 23 and 24, we're almost there. We're almost done. Oh, I just flung a sword and I lost it. Probably fell on me because I didn't hear it hit the ground. Yep, found it. Nope, that's jacket shirt. Lost it! I lost the extra saber! Oh well. Say lovey! Oh no, there it is. It's on the stickers. Alright. So we got 2 bags. 2 bags. Alright, I'm actually dipping this time. Gotta be up in 3 hours. Yeah. Heretic, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay, so we're on bag 23 now. If you didn't see where we were at, we've got the front. This is the front of the building. My guess is we will probably be adding, based on how many of these little bricks are here, we're going to be adding either figures or on the other side, we ended up adding a lot of like destruction. I have put all of my Lego projects in the Discord. Sorry for the spam picture. Do not be sorry. Do not be sorry, Kat. That is what it's there for. I will tell you, as someone who hates running a Discord, it is so awesome when we have people adding stuff to it. Because it's like all this work. It is a lot of work to run a Discord. Even with, I run it with 5 people, and I also help mod Jackie's Discord, and it's a lot of work. So when people actively, if I find something that people actively want to do, I am so grateful for it, because that means that's going to be better. It's gonna be great.
Wait.
What just happened? Wait, what just happened? I have things going off. Cat! Why are you? Thank you so much. That's not playing. Is dance mode is not playing. So let's fix that. We can fix that. Thank you so much for your 6 months subscription. You are an amazing individual. I'm so glad that you wandered into this community. I'm glad that you're sharing your Lego builds. That's really all. Like I was saying just a second ago, running a Discord is a lot of work. So when people use a channel that I set up, Jackie's setting off the same emote chain that I set up on hers earlier today. Just throwing all the twerky emotes, throwing all the dancy emotes, twerking cow, twerking coffee. Thank you so much for your 6 months of subbing. I'm so glad you're in our community just because you're actively involved. That's that. And do note that if you ever need help with your stream, please don't hesitate to reach out. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kat. I think you're amazing. And I'm not just saying that because you just donated. It's been fun getting to know you over the past few days, both as a viewer in Jackie K's streams, as well as when you've chatted here in the Awkward family gatherings. So, whether it's the farm or the gather, food to farm. I just realized, Jackie, we are food to table. We are food to farm to food. Farm to table. That's what it is. That's the expression. Farm to table. You raise the cows, I eat them. Jackward farm to table. Oh my gosh. She's gonna be. Don't you touch my cows. All right, fine. We only eat chicken here. We only eat chicken. Don't eat Mutilda. I will never eat Mutilda. I give Mutilda head pats every day and feed her grass. I will not eat it. The farm has other things. We'll eat the geese. We'll eat the geese or the chickens or something else. But we're farm to table. Yep, that's what I'm gonna call it now. Jackward, farm to table. You kidding me? Our family gatherings are all about all about the chickens. We're taking care of the chickens. I'm the chicken slayer. So as long as you don't go to chickens, we're good. All right, bag 23. Bag 23 after we do that. Don't worry. I mean, I think Jackie's exclusively a cow farm right now, but I'm not sure. Chicken slayer. Slaying chickens all day and night. Chicken slayer. It should work. I fixed it. Mix it up. I added it so CS was back to the Discord is the farm because the second channel is the geese. I understand. I'm pretty sure it's either that or Chicken Slayer. Let's take a look. Mix it up. What is our commands? Ungrouped. Chicken. Oh, it's exclamation point chicken. I thought I fixed that command though. Let's see. I think if I do that, it fixes it actually. Exclamation point CS. Yeah, okay. There we go. It's fixed now. It was exclamation point chicken, but I fixed it now. I fixed it. There you go. There you go. The world is right because we have ended the world of 57 chickens. If you don't know that lore, that's a fun bit of lore that I can go into. We were playing a game. What was it called? Forager. It was a new game Friday, which was a segment that I did for quite a long time. And what we would do is we would just play this new game. And so I'd played Forager before, but never played it on stream. So that's why it counted as a new game Friday. Because it was new to stream. Hi, Steph. Welcome in. And so while I was playing, I got attacked by all these like little monster things that were in the game. And if you've never played the game, there's basically just like a builder sim. But you also you unlock different worlds and stuff as you go, and it's a good time. I really enjoy it. I'll play hours on end with it. Occasionally I'll binge it. I'll binge it for a while and then I'll stop. Awkward Son really enjoys it as well. But anyway, so I was playing and I accidentally killed a chicken, and it wasn't intentional. It was like this chicken that I really liked. But he kept getting in the way, and so I was like, chicken, you gotta move. And I accidentally shot him with an arrow when I was being attacked. And then right at that exact same moment, I was almost struck by a shot of lightning at the exact same time. And so at that point, I realized that the chickens are mad at me. And having grown up with Legend of Zelda and games like that, when the chickens get mad, they get angry and they start to attack you. If you've ever not played Ocarina of Time, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. Do not slash the chickens in Ocarina of Time because they don't go away, and then they attack you with all their chicken hatred. So at that point, because Zeus had then decided now I was enemy number 1 for mauling a chicken, chickens became enemy number 1 for Awkward Hero. And so from that point forward, I've now been known as I'm known as the Slayer of Chickens. And so that is my mission. That is my goal. Okay. So if I have it like this, then see, I was gonna invert it. It needs to go like that. So that is where the Chicken Slayer lore came from. And so that is why and then we made an emote for it. Because why not? Why not make an emote for it? So there's an emote now for it. You have there's one for free for people who are not subscribers, and then one that is for subscribers, both made by moi. Because if you didn't know, I do graphic work. In fact, I've made an emote for the lovely Jackie K, one of her cow emotes. And then I've made every emote but 2 on my channel. And actually, the reason why I don't have so many is because I need to make more. I just haven't had ideas for what I should do. So that is, if you ever have an idea, there's the one. There's the happy cow. There's one where he's holding a sign. In fact, if Jackie makes partner, she has said that she will get it tattooed on her at TwitchCon this year. So, maybe that has something to do with the fact that I've been pushing to get this this lady to partner is getting people to sub and getting people to that, and resharing every single post that I see of hers on Disney Dreamlight Valley. I gotta upload the other ones. Yeah, there's 3. There's one. The one I like is the one that says hype. But she's got a good hype one too that she got off Etsy. So, but yeah, so if you can help me help Jackie get to partner this year, because I would love to watch her get a tattoo of one of my artwork and then be stuck with it the rest of her life, and then I'm stuck with her whether she likes it or not, kind of thing. And then well, thanks to Heretic, I just happen to have 2 more emote slots. Yeah, that's fair. I've got to go and adjust my emotes. I know I have a couple that need to come down. All right, so then we've got that piece on top, and then the red piece again goes across. And then we've got to do this one more time because there's one for each side. And I remember this was like a pain on the last one. So let's get that in there. I'm going to keep it on the ground so it comes together a little bit easier. Okay, so then we need this piece again. 2 little L's. Then 2 blue L's. There's the blue L's. And then we've got need a 4x1 piece. Where is it? There it is. No. I have to say, this is the worst thing about this build. The absolute worst thing about this build. Or is it 2? Oh, it's 2 little pieces. 2 1x2 pieces. I thought it was 1 4x1 piece. The worst thing about this set is that it's blue. And I really like my blue light. Like, don't get me wrong, you guys can change it in the channel points at any point. But I really like the blue. It's very calming, soothing. The green and the red are fine too, but blue's really soothing. So I always start with blue, and then where it ends up is where it ends up. But it's really hard to see. Henrietta. Alrighty, we've got where is Henrietta? Henrietta, we haven't checked on Henrietta in a hot minute. Where is Henrietta? Where are you at today, girl? If you guys don't know, recently, using the app Follow, I am following a sea turtle. Ooh, Henrietta, you moved a little bit. And then you came right back to where you were. You must have been hunting for some food. But there is Henrietta, right there. January 4th was the last known location. So we haven't updated today. But she's a moving girl. And let's see. Do we have any updates on Henrietta? We don't. With Christmas Day. Why track sea turtles? Sea turtles have been cruising our oceans for over 100 million years. Their survival success is a key indicator to environmental health for a lot of unique reasons. In the sea, they help sea grasses thrive by keeping them trimmed as they feed, giving fish and other creatures a place to breed and grow. On land, they support beach dune vegetation. One turtle lays hundreds of eggs each summer, and not all of them will hatch. Those don't provide vital nutrients for plants, which strengthen the dunes and protects them from erosion. Saving sea turtles means saving the planet both in water and out. So that was an update from Henrietta on Christmas at 8 p.m. So we've been following Henrietta for a hot minute. But yeah, so that was a sea turtle that we are tracking there. If you guys have similar TikToks to me, then you might follow the there's a couple, there's mom, let's see, there's dad talks and then mom talks. And they're both, you know, just parents of 4. And dad talks about different things in the car and just chats about and whatnot. And he was talking about actually this app, Follow. And he was gifted 3 different animals, one of which was a sloth. And he is convinced that the sloth is dead because it hasn't moved since before he got the the gift. And it hasn't moved. It hasn't updated since. The other 2 that he was gifted have moved, and that's partially why he is convinced. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it's a sloth. It may just not move. It may just be, you know, hanging out. Anyways. Hey, those are some more emotes. Angry cow and the hype cow. Those are fun to make. But yeah, if anyone ever wondered, I do commissions. I do that kind of stuff on the side as well. So if you ever are needing some hype, okay, this is supposed to line up. That helps me see that a little bit better. So it's supposed to be 4, but the thing is blocking one of them. Turtle. Yep. That's my whole theming is the turtle aspect. I really have always loved turtles and enjoy turtles immensely. But you know, so when someone asks like, oh, well, what's kind of your theme? What's kind of your thing? And this is the best I could come up with, is an awkward person. But then I also thought like awkward turtle, you know, like if you guys remember that little, you and me could make a zoo. The way we're going, also take the snow. I don't want it. I'm getting the snow and I don't want it either. I'm getting the snow, Jackie. Apparently on Thursday, 5 inches of snow. It was only supposed to be 3, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that. 3 inches, not a big deal. 5 inches, I'm like, Allie, I'd like the snow, please. Well, no, it's not that okay, I'm not a fan of snow. I'm really not. But also, Waco is not built for snow or ice or any of this. Like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put salt down on my stairs tonight because it's supposed to go to like 22 degrees and they're metal stairs, so they ice up all the time. So I am going to lay down salt tonight on the stairs. Now that I know that's a thing. Because I didn't know that was a thing at first. But the problem, and I know Waco's doing the same thing. They're putting down their slurry tonight, and it's supposed to be better. It's supposed to be better than it has been in the past. They're being proactive. But they're just not built for this. They don't, like, everyone like forgets how to function the second ice or snow starts, and they like they think it's going to be 2021 all again, which I understand. Like like people getting upset about the H1N5 N5 upticks that have been happening. Like people are like, okay, I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of toilet paper and stuff, and it's like, no, we're not doing that again. We're gonna get what we need, and then you're gonna be okay. Yeah, so that's the thing is like, and it's the same thing here in Waco. They're not really ready for snow or ice, even though it happens every year. We had an ice storm every year I've been here, but they're not ready for it. And so they start to freak out, and then people, they act irrational. Even though it happens, again, every year I've been here, we've had some sort of ice storm of some sort. We've had some sort of freezing every single time I've been here. And I'm not from here. Like, so if I cannot lose my head over it, just like I don't lose my head over tornado warnings, even though that's terrifying and all that, I don't lose my head over it because it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be okay. Oh, whoops. It was supposed to be a 2 here, not a 4. I thought that was a weird spot for that, but I was like, nope, trust the builder. But it looks like a 4, but it's really a 2. And so that's really, and I said, you better wash good. But that's just the thing is like, they're not ready for it. And like, I was surprised to hear they're going to take preventative measures to spray down the stuff. And then I laughed because someone who's about an hour away commented on it and said, I bet Temple's not doing that. It's like, I'm surprised Waco's doing it. But it's like the first Monday is the first day where like schools are resuming and stuff like that, and that's when the freeze is supposed to hit. And so that's really the thing is like they're just trying to make sure we function. This is my guess, and so they're trying to be proactive since schools are resuming tomorrow. Teachers are resuming tomorrow at my school. Students still have the day off. And that kind of works in our favor. But it also could mean like a virtual work day if it freezes, if the county, so we operate basically, if the county shuts down, we shut down kind of thing. It sounds like they're trying to prevent that. So I'm sure I'll have to go into work tomorrow. Like it's not it's not gonna be a freeze day or might be a delayed start, because sometimes that's all you need is just to wait till like 10. And it has to do with transportation and stuff like that too, like me getting to work safely, because if you don't get to work safely, then that means you have to have a class covered, which means that you don't have the same support levels. It's a whole thing. Nah, I'm keeping an eye on the norovirus outbreak. That's the one that you really don't want. Yeah, no, that's 100%. There's definitely some things to watch. But I think people think that are different, that we're going to get to the same level we got to with the pandemic. And the reality is that it's not, for lots of stupid reasons. We're never going to go back into that level of, even though, I would argue it was handled really well, the transition out of it. And yes, there were aspects that could have been done better. Why am I off by 1? Wait a sec. Oh no, because I'm supposed to have a 1 piece. Okay. I'm not off by 1. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I think a lot of things are handled well, but I know for sure in my world, like where I was at that time, they didn't handle it well. I was back in the classroom in August when, things were still really unknown, because fourth quarter for schools was basically get these students to finish the year. That was the real focus. That was kind of the just finish the year. That was it. Did I forget something? Nope, that's supposed to be there. Okay, so wait, we're looking at this, and then we rotate to this side. Okay, I got a little confused there, because it didn't do its normal rotate. Because normally it'll show you it's rotating, but this time it didn't. Anyway, so that was fourth quarter, was just kind of get through the year, get everyone to get their credit. And then we got to, I was in a lot of meetings over the summer to try and help make a plan of action to some degree for our school. But our district was also not willing to discuss on it. And so that was part of it. So we would think of things, but it was all done remotely and was all discussed. And there was so many unknowns that we just kind of winged it. So I worked all summer, even though I didn't get paid, to help with that as part of the leadership team. And that was then thrown out the window the literal day school started, because they said, okay, now we're going to go back in person after 2 weeks. So we did all these training, we had planned all these trainings on how to do effective teaching. Teachers were required to go back into their classrooms, but meetings were still all virtual. So we had to be on campus, but we couldn't meet in person. It was really stupid. Honestly, it was just stupid. It was stupid little things like that, which make me really glad why I wasn't there. I'm not there anymore. But all that being said, all those pieces being there, is that there was a lot of good that happened there in that teaching to diversify equity. There we go. I can speak. Speaking, it's important. Okay, that's supposed to go on top. I think a lot of teachers were forced to learn technology, which was also a really important skill that I think was needed. And all those pieces, all those things to say is that it was needed. It was a good thing. And I think we're better equipped as a society to deal with that, but it will never happen. It will never happen again that we will go into that situation because, politics, as that's all it breaks down to, is politicians will not be the reason. They will not be the person. And unfortunately, politics includes schools, because superintendents are politicians, because they answer to the school board, and the school board is elected. So it doesn't matter. It's like, as someone who went and studied all that, I can tell you that it would take so much. It would take it would take so much more than what we had to get to that point again, where we shut down schools. It won't happen again. And I mean, it shouldn't happen except in extreme cases. And that was the thing, was we didn't know much about it. So it was, you're talking about, hey, we'll send our kids to school and then hope for the best. Like, I don't know too many parents who were happy with it. I wasn't happy with that. I had to send my daughter to in-person preschool and my son to in-person preschool, and I was not happy about it. But I didn't have a choice. And my wife did teach at home a lot. But we still had to send them there because she had to do her job. She had to do her things. And I know for a lot of people that wasn't an option, if you will, because immunocompromised and all that fun jazz. So I'm glad we're past that. I think there were definite things that were needed, and I think it should not have been a free-for-all like it was, but that's only because I can tie some of my trauma to those that period of time. So, but I was also very thankful for being out of the classroom for that period of time because certain students were literally trying to destroy not just me, my life. So that was also why I was kind of grateful for the pandemic to happen when it did, because that was a very trying time for me professionally. Some students literally tried to destroy not just my career, my life. And they tried. They almost succeeded. I didn't know how I was going to go back in that fourth quarter. And I just was surviving. That's all I was doing then, is I was just surviving. So to go into the pandemic and be able to stay home and be with people that care about me, be able to help my mom while she was going through her chemotherapy. Is there a piece missing again? Oh no, there it is. I'm just blind. We knew that. Yeah, I'm one of the few people you'll hear say, I'm thankful for the lockdown. Because those students would have won. I'm almost positive of it. I was barely hanging on. And I've had students since and before do that, but this was to a level that I hope no one ever goes through. Let's just put it that way. I hope that the things I endured do not continue on. It never continue on to another person. But the pandemic did a lot of that for me too. It also brought in its own trauma. So, it's all good. It's all good. There we go. We got our edgings in now. That we've done for every roof line. These go on. Okay, we have to adjust these. I don't know what those are supposed to be. It looks cool. Like, I think it's just supposed to be like edging, but I don't really know what these hot dogs are. I call them hot dogs because in the Spider-Man advent calendar, you got that same piece in brown, and it was a hot dog for a grill. I'll have to show you. I'll have to post those up on Discord. But yeah, so there you go. That was my rant on education in the pandemic that I have quite regularly. That was actually one of the huge reasons why I was hesitant to start streaming, was because of that whole ordeal. Which I mean, I'm pretty open about now at this point. Now that I'm past it, if you will. Now I'm not working at that place anymore. And I don't necessarily hold it against my supervisors for not being able to do much, because legally their hands were tied. There's nothing you can do about online, unfortunately. Like, it is just what it is. And it's unfortunate that students can just go and harass a teacher and try and destroy their lives, not even just like their livelihood, their lives. And it sucks that I had to get legal action involved in it. Okay, this says it's supposed to fit in the middle, but there's no way for a 3-piece to fit in the middle. Oh, wait. Yes, there is. If I add the piece it tells me to add. Because then it puts the dots in the center. There you go. There you go. Follow the instructions and then it'll work. Crazy. That goes right. Oh, wait. Is there another piece I was supposed to add to the base? Oh, no. It's just supposed to... Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Then this goes on top. They only gave us 2 extra pieces in that bag. Like so. And then this attaches in to the rest of the build. So mind me while I do this carefully. Watch out, awkward. Do not drop it, please. Watch out, awkward. Yeah. Oh, I got one of those extra pieces stuck underneath. There we go. Okay. All right. So then this should slide in like that. There you have it. Can't get the whole shot in here. Let me turn off some things real quick so you guys can see it unobstructed. No, that's not it. Oops. Just did that and didn't mean to do that. Okay. We need... What is... Okay. Vertical. Oh, there it is. It was hiding in a folder. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. There, now you guys can see it. And if you're the persons on TikTok, then you don't understand why I turned off the camera, but that's okay. It's okay. All right. So there we go. Turn that back on. Turn on that. There we go. Everything's back. All right. So we now have the wonderful build done, but we still have another bag, y'all. Still have another bag. Bag 24. Now this is... Oh, and Magneto's in this last bag. This is... The whole point of this bag, and I might have to adjust some cameras for this, is I believe to add in just some extra pieces for the grounds. So we're going to be working in this area mostly. Oh, the back's really cool too. Let me show you guys the back. Because there's a lot of little details there too. So you have the basketball hoop. You've got the trash can we added. The little grate. The water. Like, this is a really cool setup. I'm really nervous to move it again. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so we've added little connectors and such throughout the whole thing. Like, you'll see one. There's one right. You kind of see my finger there. Right where my finger is over here. There's little connectors throughout. There's little pegs, as you guys can see on the ground. Like there's little pegs there. That's because you're building the actual war scene now. So all the characters, all this stuff, actually have a spot in the build. So let's grab the last bag. And I'm going to push the house kind of up. The problem is that, okay, we might need to just move the camera. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. No. Maybe put it here on the ground. You guys have seen behind the scenes of Awkward Streams. Behind the scenes of Awkward Streams. Can do that. Put you on the ground. There we go. Yeah, you'll see my monitors, but no biggie. Nothing really exciting there. Okay, then this isn't a very big bag. I think, again, it's mostly just about placing everything in its place. There's also the front yard area right here. There's some stuff we need to add to that. Like, I know there's a broken lamp in there. So we did this on this side as well. If you guys will see, like, you got the tree, the rubble and stuff like that. What I need to do is I need to rig a camera that goes over my monitor but faces down. That's something I'm probably gonna rig this camera with it. I think I have all the stuff to actually do what I want to do with it. Because like I said, we're going to be doing more Lego builds, but we're not going to do them as aggressively as we did this one. I wanted to play around with it and see what would a good Lego stream look like, kind of thing. So, yeah, that's where we are. Okay, so we have Magneto. We're going to put together Magneto. Magneto does wear a cape. So, and it used to be the capes were cloth, but it doesn't look like this one is. This one, it actually looks like this one clips in. But it's made of plastic, which kind of cool, kind of disappointing. The cloth ones, they were great in that way. Let's see, let's move some things around here. I'm gonna move our manual up here so you guys can see this area a little bit better. So it used to be these were made of cloth, but this is actually all it feels like the ABS plastic that they use for everything else, which is kind of cool. Because the cloth ones were kind of a pain at times, not gonna lie. And then this helmet, it's kind of it's very Magneto-esque. Because it has the opening that Magneto does on his helmet. So it's really nice that they did that because it makes it very unstable. So you also get the white hair of Magneto. So they did that with Wolverine too, is you got the helmet, but then you got the hair. So you could have them in either setup. Okay, and then we've got little hand connector things that we had with Jean Grey and a few others that allow them to hold the energy beam like that. Yeah, I need to add a light and a camera that just hangs over here so you guys can see like this. I don't know where we get the light. I don't have a small light like that. So yeah, this is really just all about building the grounds. So let me twist this. There we go. We're going to be focusing on this area right here. That's the fun part. See, so again, like this was the test streams for a Lego build. And I'm seeing what exactly it is I need for this. Like, especially these bigger ones. I need something that's kind of hanging over so you guys can see and has a light on it. And that's the light more is for me because I am having a hard time seeing things. Right, so we have Magneto built in his entirety. Oh no, we have to build a floating base for him. We did this for Rogue as well. So it's this clear piece and a little metal base for the Holocaust survivor. If you didn't know that about Magneto, Magneto was around for the Holocaust and lost his whole family. So that's a little bit of lore for him. Lost his whole family. One of the big factors is he still has his number tattooed on him and uses it as a reminder. That's kind of one thing I liked about Avengers was they kind of took the Civil War. I mean, the Civil War storyline, so like that, the Mutant Registration Act and all that is the same. It's just almost the same as in Civil War, but I like that they addressed it kind of in there in Captain America's line of there was another time when people started having to. He talks about basically how Nazi Germany justified their registration act as well too, and it just doesn't. It's not a good thing to register. And I always laugh because that was the end of. If you guys haven't seen X-Men '97, I highly recommend it. I watched it over on New Year's Eve because my wife was recovering from her surgery, and so I stayed up alone. She did wake up and say Happy New Year to me around that time. She just happened to. It was like 12:20 or something. She's like, "Oh, Happy New Year," and then went right back to sleep. She didn't wake up because she was trying to or anything. It just happened that way. But I watched X-Men '97 and the mantra "Magneto was right" was used quite a bit, and I think there was a quote or something like that, like Xavier has the right dream, but when you're younger, that's that, and then slowly you start to realize that Magneto is the one who's right. It's like, that's so dark, but also like I get it. Okay, so we're making another tree like we did earlier. I think that was yesterday we made a tree. And I think we'll do the same thing we did to our last tree. We added little lights to it, and I just wanted to because it was a little festive. I also think, whenever you can put something that's unexpected into a scene like this, so something that's lighthearted or happy, I think it's always funnier. It also like emphasizes the whole point, which the whole point is they're attacking the X Mansion. Like that's the whole point. That's the whole thing. So by adding in just a little bit of decor here and there, and this is why I want the light kit as well on this one. And I will buy the light kit. I just have to wait till I can fiscally make that happen. And I can do it well. Then I think it just adds to that. It adds to the message, if you will. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last one. I'm going to add in a little bit of, take some of the little extra pieces. There's some phospho, or some translucent ones that kind of make it look like little lights. So it looks like, oh, it's a battle at Christmas. Yep. Yep, because to quote Friends, at Christmas, people die. Is what the Christmas skull. I've watched a lot of Friends over the years. The Christmas skull. All right, so let's see. We've got the little green one has something on it. The clear ones aren't gonna read. I thought I just put. Oh, we can add this little. It's not translucent, but it still would probably read as little decoration. More see-through ones. Ooh, can I put the little Statue of Liberty on top of this one, like a little star? I don't have a star, but I have a Statue of Liberty. Is that a little much? Oh. I'm putting it way too close to the camera. But it's so small. Putting the Statue of Liberty on top of it. Yeah, I don't think I have any more see-through ones, but I do just have some colored ones, and I think they can look like little Christmas bulbs. So we'll do that on that set. And then we'll add in, we got a pink one over here. This one has an image on it, doesn't it? Oh, maybe it doesn't. Okay, we'll use the phospho green one. It's just a little detail I think is just fun. It's not really adding or subtracting anything. It's just like this little... I have these little extra pieces. Might as well use them kind of thing. So there you go. We have another tree that we're going to add in. Has a little festivity to it. Has a little festivity to it. Because why not? Why not? Why not? Oop. Okay, so, and then that's going to go, it says right here. Yeah, it's supposed to be on this side. There we go. Just adds a little bit of color to it. Okay, and then we're adding, the sign. We're making the sign. So we already set up the groundwork for the sign. So we're really just adding the remainder part of it. So we're going to take this flat piece. We're going to, I dropped it and then I heard things. Oh, shoot, something stuck to my hand. Where did that other piece go? Did it slide under my keyboard? No. Back this up. Maybe I'll put it more in focus. Sometimes that helps the camera refocus. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So we've got now this. I know it's a different view. And then we're going to add a crossbar across the top here. And then put the sticker on. And this is, I think, the last. So they gave me extra stickers. This is the last of like planned stickers. So the rest are bonus stickers. So you can just put them on the set as needed. I don't think I'm going to. It's just like showing like destruction and stuff like that. And, you know, I get that that's part of the look of this set. But I don't think it needs it. I think they do a great job adding just the small little textures and stuff to it. So there we go. We've added the Xavier Institute sign. Good, I put that on right because I wasn't sure if I did. Okay, now we're going to build a little light lamp post. So we've got the main piece. And this part is supposed to be coming apart. It's supposed to be falling apart. So it's supposed to be, we're making a clear setup first. So it's one of these little it's really hard to see because it's clear, but you can see these little clear pieces. They're intended to, like, if you don't see them, then they make it look like things are falling apart, but it actually secures it. Makes it really subtle. I'm building the first building while I'm watching your stream. There's so many little pieces. Oh no, for the Nightmare Before Christmas house. That's sometimes the worst, is when there's all these little pieces. But it also then ends up making perfect sense once you get to the other end. Like, that's why I love Lego, is that yes, they make things difficult, but they also think through everything. Okay, and then this is supposed to go right here. Oh, wait. I think I mixed up these pieces. I think I was supposed to put this here. And then that there. And it's kind of tilted there. And then we've got a fire hydrant that we're going to build. So we've got this right here. And then a little gray nubby piece that goes on the side. And then it looks like a clear little junction piece, the little invisible pieces that we've been using. And it looks like, yeah, that goes down. So the nub goes in. And then a little pole piece goes on that. And it's supposed to go on this square right there. Kind of. And then we got a little bit of water detail now. So that's what those little pieces we added early on were. They were the water detail. I'm supposed to put this inside of that. So it makes like a little pool of water. And then there's supposed to be a little blue circular piece. There it is. That goes on top of this nub. I'll move that real quick. I still did what I was trying to avoid, which is knock off the... Okay, so we got our pool of water. And then it looks like a grate. So we've got a clear piece, and then it's supposed to be another one of these pieces coming in there, and then a grate that goes there. Like, and this is just so cool. It's not like, it's like an active fighting site, which is very X-Men. Okay. So now we start placing the characters. So it looks like Jean. So let's see. Let's grab Jean Grey. So that's the thing, is like, this is supposed to be like it's almost like something you put in a museum. Just eating ice is also good. I need a nap. I wanted a cup of ginger ale, so I grabbed a cup and a straw, put ice in the cup, and I walked away with no ginger ale. Oh man, I wish I could say I've never done that, but I've done that so many times. It's not even funny. Okay, so now we're gonna make them look like they're heroes. Okay, so we're supposed to have another clear circular piece, but I don't see one. Oh no. Okay, so that's the second piece. It looks like I need to get sent. They only sent me one of these little nubby pieces. So this is supposed to go on the ground, and okay, So I need to, so there's 2 pieces I need to ask Leo for. Unless it's in the, I should check the bag again. 24. Oh, yep, there's 2 in there. They got stuck in the corner. There we go. They got stuck in the corner. Oh, I should have checked the bag on 22, I think it was. Okay. Oh no, 21. I found it! It was the same color. It looked like the same color as the bag. Need to fix that. Okay. Luckily, it's a modular set, so they come off really easily. And, oop. It's just right in there. It was just hiding. Always empty your bags, folks. Always empty your bags. Well, that's even cooler, because that means Lego sent me an error-free set. Oh, wait, did I twist this? There we go. It's supposed to be right there. Okay. I'm sure that's what happens 90% of the time, is that it's really just people not checking their bags. So then Jean's supposed to go on like that. And then she goes like right here, making her look like she's levitating. Because, you know, that's what she does. If you didn't know, Jean Grey levitates. All right. And then Cable is, there's a little spot to add. I think that's Cable. A little spot right here. To add his piece. Oh, it's supposed to be frozen water. So Iceman does freeze it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Also feels like that should be a thing. So, good there. Alright, I've moved you to Mo. I gotta stop staring at my PC screen. I get that. I get that indeed. Unfortunately, once I'm done here, I'm shifting over to my other PC, or my Mac, so that I can start doing work there. Oh, because I was like, oh, I'll totally just do the work before I go on stream. And I was like, nope, not gonna do the work I need to do for work to start tomorrow until I'm done here. So we've got Iceman. It says that one's the forward. So I just need to rotate this then. There we go. And then we have Professor X just kind of chilling. Just kind of chilling right here. This should fit squarely on the piece that's there. But it's not cooperating. Oh, wait. Maybe it's... No, it has to be this one. But I think... There we go. We're getting it. It's just like... I think it's running into an issue with the... There we go. There we go. All right, so we got that, all them in place. Then we're gonna have. We're gonna be lifting Scott up into the air. All right, Scott, where are you? There you are. There you are. I like that it makes like a diorama of it all. I think that's really Cool. So for this one, we're using this piece. It's gonna L into this. Are you doing a Discord stream later? Yeah, I've edited a YouTube video, made my schedule, wrote my notes for Wednesday, because I know I won't do it after today. Yeah. I need to do edit, and I can edit on either computer, but I can sit in my room while my wife is watching Nurse Jackie. And I can edit there. That's what I did yesterday a little bit too, is I was hanging out while my wife watched Nurse Jackie. That's what she's watching. Today's her last lazy day. She's gonna start, because I go back to work tomorrow, so she's like, I need to like do stuff tomorrow, is what she said. I don't necessarily think she needs to do it, but okay. So then we've got that. For that, Rogue. Oh, Rogue is okay. Rogue's gonna go. We're doing the same sort of thing we did for Logan. We got one of these, and then another. Like solid ones. No, they're all. Yeah, you can push them all through. And then conveniently, I put a bunch of them on the upper shelf, and then conveniently now, but this doesn't show that she has her little invisible block that they gave me for her, which is kind of weird. Why would they give me that? And then I guess if you want to display the pieces, you could make it look like she's levitating. All right. Is my guess. And then Logan on his bike. So it's kind of worked out, is that the pieces that are easiest for me to grab have been the closest, and then that makes the easier ones for the ones that are further back. All right, for Logan, it looks like we're clipping into the bottom of the bike. And we're gonna take one of these pieces, and then the kind of that there. And he's doing kind of a doing a turn. Oh, that's why there's the scratch marks. It's so he can do his scratch. It's on this one in front of it. Okay. Let's get the bike set first. It actually looks like the bike. So the bike's like this. But the bike is facing the other way. Like it's leaning the other way. So it's gotta go. Oh, okay. And then that. And it's just kind of looking that way. It's not like it's necessarily that way, but if you've never watched the show, Wolverine will occasionally use his claws, because they're indestructible metal, adamantium, to do quick turns and stuff, because it looks cool. And then finally we have... Oh, Gambit's coming off of the end of... Oh, that's cool. Okay. I never figured out, though. I never figured out what that piece was that I found yesterday. I went through the manual like 3 times. And I couldn't figure out what it was to, like, at all. All right, so We're going to take this piece right here, which I have an extra one of these, so I'm wondering if they just gave you an extra one. It's supposed to be the gray one, or is there a clear one? Must be a gray one. Wait, where did Magneto go in all this? And that's supposed to be on the bottom of his foot. Okay. But it's supposed to spin the other way. So I need to put this on the other side. I know you got a giant sentinel in your face. You can't see anything. All right, so the sentinel, Gambit hooks into the sentinel's back right here. Ah! Okay, let's try and hook him in first. There we go. And then clip in Gambit. And it looks like kind of wraps back around. Ads are going to be starting in a couple minutes. Feel free to hit that sub. It's kind of going up and back. Up and back. Like that. Yeah, we're just going to wing it a little bit there. I think we'll just kind of make it look like that. That'll be good enough. And then it goes around the little. Okay, he's supposed to hook into. Okay, so the foot goes up like this. And this is kind of messing my head because it's the back view of it. So this foot goes into this hook right here. Ah! And then he pops off and breaks everything. Let me get this set and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so then that foot's set. His other foot kind of goes. I'm going to move it a little because I don't like that they're hiding the turret in that design. And that's the beauty of it. It's my setup. I can change things as I please. Let's see, how do we get this? Do it like that. There we go. Put Gambit back on. I know this is not a good view anymore. There officially is no more good view. Until I can. And then we're gonna go up here to add in the last ones, so we can balance you on the roof. I need a Lego connector to connect to my Lego Connects. That's better. Kind of see what I'll be doing next. Don't know how well it will stay because I was going to be manipulating the top. I guess technically I can remove that to do Magneto's. Magneto just goes on top. It's not anything crazy. See? Just goes on top. You can't even see Magneto. And then Storm already had her little connector piece. I got in an earlier bag. And it hooks on to the roof. Wait a second. Did I put that? I put that on backwards. Put on the chimney backwards. Easy fix. It's almost like it looks the same, both sides. All right. And you can't see, here, I can remove this. There you go. There's Storm. Because if you don't remember, this part actually explodes. So I can actually click a lever right here. There's a lever right here in the back. Right there. That little blurry thing that's in the corner. And that does that. But also there is another hook in on the other side of the chimney. So you could do it either way. And that's the final look. All right. So let's see. I'll take this. Let's see if I can wrap it. So you guys can see kind of, I know it's a little shaky. Sorry. There you go. Let's go sideways a little bit there. See it all in its glory. Gambit attacking the Sentinel. There we go. All of the glory. See, that's all you would have been able to see. That's all you would have been able to see while I was putting it together had I left it alone. So I know it wasn't the best angle, but yeah. I think. Oh, and then there's every Lego part used. So if you ever need to order them or request a resend, they can. But there you go. There you have it. We're going to go to the big screen chatting window. I'm going to move my mic, and then we're going to put this where it's going to live for the remainder of my time in this stream room. So that's why you notice that there's this big blank spot right next to me. I wanted to do this and have it be permanently in a spot. So give me a sec. We're going to hope this doesn't fall apart. And of course, Magneto doesn't fit. So there he goes. I honestly anticipated that. That's why I wanted to show you guys that it came off. Because I didn't want you guys to stress. Apparently yesterday I caused Kat to stress a little bit. So we'll put Magneto. Where can we put Magneto? Put Magneto down there on the thing. So my plan was always to put it on the bookcase right behind me. We'll find a place for it when I get my new stream set up. It'll be there. But there you go. X-Men 97 Mansion in its entirety. There it has it. So thank you guys. This was really fun. This was really good thing for me personally. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna so you guys can see it in more detail. When I set my camera back up, I made sure that there you guys have it. So You guys can see it there. I made it so the camera can move off the tripod very easily. Perfect timing. I gotta go and clean my off and shovel before I pick up Mr. Jackie. Oh, fun. Well, take care, Jackie. Please be safe. Please drive safe. All right. Got that back in place. So, yeah. So we have the X-Men 97 there. Mansion next to us. Thank you guys all for joining me on this process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the different pieces. It's only a coating, so nothing to worry about. Okay. Or I'm not worried. That's good. That's good. So I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me and doing this and talking Lego. And it's been a real fun time talking Lego. And like I said, there's definitely going to be more Lego streams because it is something that brings me joy and streaming brings me joy. So why not put them together? And then Awkward Son gets all these extra pieces and he's going to be real excited about that. I know that because there's a few weapons in there and a few other things. So I know he's going to be super excited to add those to his Lego arsenal. And there's a few of those like I was calling them, what's it? Diorama pieces. So those pieces where you can make people look like they're moving in a particular way. So I know he'll be super excited about that. And then at some point, we'll try and get the light kit. And then we'll re-look at that again. Maybe when I get into my new place, maybe that'll be what we do.
Here we go.
Ready to build Lego Veil. What? Brick by brick, Awkward Hero were trading dragons for mutants. Ready to build Lego Veil Guards. Time to assemble the plastic X-Men squad. Let's make the finale legendary. Oh, GC coming in with the raid. Thank you guys so much. If you're not following GC is a member of Team Cord. So we collaborate quite often. I know today is his recording day. He's doing a huge epic follow through of Veilguard. So for those of you who enjoy that, be sure to follow my man, the Bald Squad brother, into that. But yeah, I know GC, you got a raid and run. Because I was there yesterday and you explained that you had a thing in the afternoon into the evening. So thank you for dropping your community off. We'll be sure to take care of them. We actually just finished the thing. So I'll go ahead. I'm going to share that with your community for a minute there because we were actually getting ready to raid out too. So it's great timing. But let's go ahead. You guys can see the final product. I set up my camera so I could pick it up. So there it is. There you guys go. It looks phenomenal. It actually gives you all the pieces so that you can make a diorama of them fighting the Sentinel. So that's what we were doing just now, is we were just finishing up the diorama part of it. And so yeah, you guys didn't get to see the build, but you get to see the final product. I will be actually cutting all these parts together and making a secondary edit. So you guys will be able to see kind of the process. I'm going to try and make it like a 10-minute video. But it was, I think we did 15 to 20 hours of building. So, Nabzu, I know you loved the X-Men 97 series, so I knew you'd appreciate this. So I'm glad you got to see it in its entirety. It's going to live behind me for the remainder of me in the stream room. There, you guys can also see my wife's Home Alone house that she did a whole series of builds with it. So do look out for that. You'll find that on YouTube and all that, and it's just so cool, you know. Magneto was right. We'll just put that there. Magneto was right, but Xavier was too. I love X-Men 97. I watched it finally over New Year's Eve. My wife had to sleep and recover, so I was like, this is the perfect time to watch a show that I want to see and I want to do, and that was the one I chose. Oh, that's interesting. You can also put it so that, sorry, I accidentally scrolled on the Lego website, and you can put it so that Gambit is off of the other chimney. They had that configuration as well. So there's a few different configurations you can do. Looks like you can also, there's a few other spots you can hook in on the building for some of the other characters that fly. So there's a lot of different aspects to it. There is the modular aspects as well, like the danger room and stuff like that. It's really a lot of fun. So I'll be happy to kind of share that with you guys and share that build with you guys as we go through and we edit it and put it all together. Episode 5. Stop, Abzu, stop. I'm just bummed that the earliest we can expect to see the next X-Men is August of this year. But it's more likely beginning of next year. It could be as late as end of next year. So that's kind of the sad part, is it's going to be sometime between August 2024 and December 2020 or January 2026, I think is what I was reading. So I'm super bummed. I was super excited to finish it. I'm going to rewatch it because it was just so well done. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you haven't seen the animated series, go watch it. Both are fantastic. But yeah, so now that we're done with this build, we're going to start going back to more awkward content. Like I said, we are doing a little bit of a shift into Legos in the Lego realm. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of interesting. We have a few different ones that we'll be looking at. That doesn't mean that we're going to stop doing a variety, because that's what we do best. But we're going to take a dive into a few different ones. I have Lego Avengers. I think that's the one I'm going to do next. Is the game I'm going to play next is the Lego Avengers and Lego Avengers 2. Because we can talk. I want to talk more about like how they incorporate the city of it, because like I said to you guys during this build, is my wife and I, we have a vision. We have this vision where we're going to create kind of a Lego city, but it's going to be a hodgepodge of different things. So you're going to get the Xavier Institute, but then you're going to have like a French bistro next to it. And this has always been something, we've been talking about this for so long. Like this was something that we always wanted to do. And so now that we have the Xavier Institute, we have the Home Alone house, we have the museum builds. My wife really wants the Tudor house. We have the Daily Bugle to be built at some point. Heck, I'm even going to figure out a way to string it up, because we have the smaller Millennium Falcon. Figure out how we can get the Millennium Falcon flying over it. But I think Marvel does this really well, is that unlike DC and Marvel, like Marvel incorporates the world that exists, and DC creates a whole different world. And so that's one thing I like about Marvel, is that they incorporate what already exists. So you have the Empire State Building and Statue of Liberty, but then you also have the Xavier Institute in that area. So that's kind of what my wife and I have envisioned. And we were laughing because the Avengers Tower we have is the smaller one. It's a smaller Avengers Tower, and it is about the same height as the X Mansion and the museum. So I'm like, I guess we have to get the bigger Avengers Tower one. But apparently that one's as big as like my standing fan that my wife has in our room. So I don't know how that's going to work, but you know, this was the dream. This is what we call when we're going to have real jobs, even though I technically have a real job and she has had a real job. But yeah, so we're going to thank you Raiders for coming in and listening to me ramble for a hot minute. But I'm leaving. So we have, what are we doing here? Ooh, we got another Lego builder who's also a dear friend. So we're going to raid into them. I was going to raid into May, because May's had a lot of tech issues lately and, you know, just felt like we'd share the love. But we're going to go ahead and raid into Jedi Mickey. Jedi Mickey is a big contributor to our community, involved quite a bit. Also, Jedi Mickey and I met as part of collaborators for the affiliate party TwitchCon at TwitchCon last year. And she kind of runs the show, and she's just an amazing human being. So we're gonna go ahead and raid over to her. I'm on the wrong screen. Got to get to the right screen first. So thank you guys all for joining me on our Ackward Family Gathering. I really just appreciate you all for being here, for hanging out with me, for the 16 gifted subs by Heretic Crown. If you received one of those, please send some love to Heretic, and just being the amazing soul that they are. They also donated $100 and said that there will be $200 more donated. So, you know, just send some love to Heretic. Be sure to, I might just give him a shout out again. If you're not following Heretic, again, good FPS, plays Among Us, plays all sorts of things, Australian streamer. So the fact that they were even in the stream is kind of crazy, because it's super, as he was explaining, it was super early for them. But be sure to share some love with Heretic. And thank you to Jackie for your 100 bit donation. Every dollar, every bit counts right now, as I'm trying to afford the moving van. And now we're about halfway there, which I'm so grateful for. Next stream will probably be Wednesday. I might do one tomorrow, but I might also make the time just to relax, because I start with students on Tuesday. So thank you guys all for joining, and hang around for the raid, and we'll see you all again real soon. Bye.